All right, everyone. Thank you guys so much for joining me. We are live in this piece, so bear with me. All right. So give me a minute to get everything set up. I am running on a new platform, and this platform that it's like streaming to all, well, a lot of my platforms. So from YouTube to Facebook, my Twitch, everything. Like it's on everything. So everyone just bear with me as I get everything set up. It's been something setting it up this morning. That's what's taking me so long to go live. So bear with me. You guys are just joining me for your first time with Spiritual Team Time with EvaMarie. I just ask that you have a little bit of patience with me as I get everything all set up, okay? Awesome, thank you. All right. Eating a macaroon from my son. He decided, he's like, here, Mom, you need this. I said, yes, I do, son. I do need that. So anyways, give me a minute. Let me get everything all set up in here, get the video shared out. I think it should already be posted. If this works out right, it should all be posted to every single platform. So I'm just looking at everything. So bear with me, guys. Bear with me. And I don't need to hear myself talk, so I'll turn that off. All right. That goes there. All right. So how y'all doing? Trying to wait for everything to post. I'm destroying my macaroon. My macaroon. I'm destroying it really bad. What y'all been up to? You know I didn't come on here yesterday. I did not come on here yesterday. Needed a personal time. Y'all don't take them personal times, yo. Hey, everybody needs some personal time, right? What did I say? The reason why is because first and foremost, we don't need to be given all of our energy without, hey, Jasmine, hey, Emily, we don't need to be given all of our energy and then we don't have any for our own little family. So I had to take some Eva time yesterday. And we were busy running around doing a bunch of stuff. And so anyways, that's that. So I am trying to get everything set up. And I'm using StreamYard. And StreamYard allows me to go live on, like I said earlier, all my Facebook platforms, my YouTube platforms, and my Twitch. And it's supposed to go live on my Twitter. I'm not sure if it is, but anyways. So with that being said, I'm not quite sure if I can see everyone's post on here. I can see a few people. Hey, Emily. Hey, Jasmine. Hi, Myra. Hey, everybody. So I'm trying to come in here. And I'm doing it from my phone because normally this is a laptop situation. Yeah, some of that. So I'm actually using my cell phone because I need to replace my fan on my computer. Unless you guys want to hear my fan on my computer, I'm sure you guys don't want to do all that. Like it's going to irritate you just as much irritates me. And so I just need to get it situated. And I'm just trying to be sure everything is on here. So there was a little bit of learning curve to this new platform. Like I said, I used to use it before, but then it's just been here, there, and everywhere. Why is it not letting me pin this comment? 1 second. And there you go. I can pin it. Perfect. So let's me pin that. Perfect. Then I got to get it to go from onto my website. That's a whole nother story. I think I'm going to try to tackle that later on this week because it's a lot. It's a lot. Anyways, so what y'all been up to? Y'all ready for some spiritual tea time? Because I need to speak to y'all about something. Should I take a bite of my macaroon first? Because I need to say something. But anyways. So Macaroons kind of tasty. Kind of tastes like cherry, strawberry. And today's tea. Sorry, I'm talking my mouthful. Let me see if I remember what he put in here. My husband makes the blend. This is oolong, tension tamer, turmeric, ginger, and green tea. So cheers to him for making my tea this morning or this afternoon. I need that. And tension tamer in itself has a lot of different properties to help to relax your energy. Just literally what I need to. Anyway. Awesome, Miss Emily. And let me just say this. Y'all, Miss Emily sent in a payment for somebody to have a session today. So y'all let's give up some love to Miss Emily. So send up some hearts, please. You're resting before you go to work tonight, girl. Hope you have a good work day. Miss Emily, I hope you're riding really great, me. Hope you're enjoying your riding today. Miss Jasmine, I hope you're doing well with whatever you're doing today. To all my viewers and my silent viewers, I hope you guys are having a blessed day. Like literally, I truly do. I really hope that you guys are having a truly beautiful, wonderful, and amazing day. Because here in Ohio, I'm trying. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying to have a good day. And the sun was out. And then it started to go away. That made me sad. But anyways, I did a quick. So I have different decks that I use. This is a deck that I've used for years. It's an oracle deck. It's a Shaman oracle deck. I'm also using a Shaman dream deck and a basic Rider-Waite. And then this one, I've been using this one for years. This one is a Happy Tarot. And these cards actually look like, if you guys don't know what precious moments are, go check out precious moments. But literally the people on here look like precious moment people. If you guys don't know precious moments, something that we had back in the 80s. Yes. Y'all, I'm 41. Precious moments, that's where it's at. Okay. Anyways. Would like to know my mission, and I'll be donating $5. Miss Mama, I would love to help you with your mission. So that's what I'm using today. And I really feel drawn to another deck today. Y'all pick a color. Pick any kind of color. I'm drawn to a deck. I just don't know what it is. And it's not like I don't have the deck, because I have tons of decks, different decks and stuff. No, that one's a Zen deck. My Shaman Dream deck, if I'm not mistaken, is, yep, here it is. Here it is. Hello, my pretty. Hello, my pretty. Hey, if y'all don't talk to your cards, we're on some other levels. Okay. I talk to my cards. I talk to my crystals. Yes, that's me. That's what I do. I'm that person. I'm that random person. That's what I do. No, that's not. This is the Oracle Dream deck. I believe that's a Shaman. This is a Dream Oracle deck. This is the Shaman Dream deck. That's what I thought. I don't know why I was feeling some other sort of way, as if it wasn't. Y'all don't talk to your cards. I'm not sure if we could be friends. I'm just joking. I'm just joking, y'all. If I can't have a little fun with y'all, hey, I can't have a little fun and you guys can't enjoy my humor, and I'm not sure we can be friends. I told you guys I got today. Look, yesterday. Okay, let me just say something. So I've been dealing with a lot of clients that have literally that they're going through a lot of different things spiritually, and like literally, I don't care what your religion is. Yes, this is the dream deck. So this is the actual, the Shaman dream deck. If you guys have not seen it, this is the Shaman dream deck. It's a very beautiful deck, and I really feel drawn to it today. And then I have a dream oracle deck. This is a dream oracle deck. I just think I'm going to use the Shaman dream deck though today. And then this one is the magical dimensions. I'm kind of thinking about the magical dimensions. It's been a while since I used this deck. I'm really thinking this deck too. I'm like everywhere today. Let me just say that real quick. I'm everywhere today. But I'm good, kind of. Let me just, okay, so I dealt with this really deep case the other day that has me feeling some sort of way. So a spiritual tea time, we're going to be talking about something that I really need to speak on. And I love y'all. You got to know that I love y'all first and foremost. Thank you, Miss Myra, for your payment, honey. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so we're going to talk about something. And then random. Okay, so I wrote down everything I want to talk about briefly today. Hey, Brianna. So with today, all right, so the spiritual tea time. Today, when I went into meditation, what I was seeing was a reflection of thyself. Remember the other day I was talking about mirrors and I was talking about thyself. And today is talking about removing those that mirrored self of ours to that next level. Like, yeah, we might be afraid of that person that we're looking in the mirror, but at the same time, it's not for you to be afraid of that person, but to understand what those blockages are and taking it to the next level to get those things removed. Because we don't need to necessarily be feeling that sort of way. It's time for us to take it up to the next level, that next little notch. And if we're not, they're saying, okay, well, why? Why are you guys choosing to stay in this energy that no longer serves you? Why are you guys choosing to stay here, right? So then in this meditation, and now mind you, when I meditate with source, I bring in the pranic energy, I bring in my whole spiritual team. And during this time, not just that they show me that, but they keep on showing me outside of my body. So they show me my spiritual stuff. And then they show me as if, how do I explain it? Okay, so there's like tubes of light, and in each tube of light are different microfibers or different life fibers. And it's a choice. If you get into that depressive phase, you can be depressed about everything. If you get into angry phase, you can be angry about everything. If you get into like, so they show me like that anger, but they show me like different like cords and threads and stuff, right? Now they say, now with happiness, you could choose to jump into that happiness stream, that abundance stream, that wealth stream, that higher perspective of you. And then lately I've been thinking about, I've been doing a lot of research on string theory, a lot of research on not just string theory, but we've also been talking about different interdimensional like layers and stuff like that. And I'm sorry if some of y'all believe some of the stuff, some of y'all aren't, and that's fine. If you don't, if it doesn't vibe with you, hey, it doesn't vibe with you. But when I say that they're taking me on this journey and they say, which one are you going to jump into, right? And that is something that we have to really communicate to ourselves every single day. Are we going to allow ourselves to go down the depressive phase? If people are standing in front of you, are you going to allow them to anger you, frustrate you, put you into all those kinds of places that you don't want to be? Are you going to allow that, or are you going to step out and say, I'm not going to allow the situation? Or if you dive into that anger situation, like then they're saying you understand that you're decided to do that, but you can jump out at any moment. And it's up to you to jump out. It's up to you to jump out and say, I'm not going to do this, or that. I'm not going to allow that person that's sitting in front of you to aggravate you, to frustrate you, to foil you. So now this morning, so after that, I was good. I was up at 7 o'clock this morning. I normally wake up by 7. So some of you guys might text me and you guys might get a response at 7 o'clock in the morning, Eastern time. So some of you guys, it might be really early, but sorry. So now with that, so then I was good this morning. And then they said, watch. And I said, okay. So I was like, this should be interesting. So for me, being a Cancerian and being who I am, I try not to go here, but my husband being a Sagittarius, he always wants to fix everybody. And for me, it's just like, stop. Let me figure out what I need to do so that I can do that. But he's just like, no, just let me fix it. Like, let me help you. Let me help you. And I love that about him, right? But I'm just like, give me 1 minute to figure out where or why I'm feeling this way and stuff like that. And he said, Eva, you've been feeling like this ever since yesterday morning when you dealt with that lady with the Santeria situation. Ever since you dealt with that, like, you've literally been feeling some sort of way. Hey, Brianna. So I talked to all my things, all the residents of my house. Yes, girl. Yes, Miss Emily. Yes. So anyways, and I said, you know what, you're right. And I had thought I cleansed out all of that energy, because normally after I'm done with somebody, like, I say, okay, spiritual team, go ahead and cleanse it out. But I guess like a lot of it was still stuck in my mind, because I was thinking to myself, you know, let me just say this, and I'm just going to leave this alone about anybody. When you're in a relationship with somebody who, because this is going to get into some things that I'm not sure everybody's ready for, but okay. You remember 2 videos back, we talked about curses and spells, okay? And with that, understand that certain people, when they do certain things for the benefit of their family, whether or not it's, hello, everybody, hello, hello, hello. I can't see everybody, but hello, it says D. Okay, hi, D. You donate on Cash App? Okay, so, okay. Sorry, some of you guys can't see some of the people I'm talking to because I'm talking to them from another platform. So Ms. D, just give me out your full name and I'll just go ahead and get that out to you. So anyways, I'm gonna talk about this real quick. Or is it just DI? Okay, so what had happened was, so during this time, they gave me the vision, and it was spot on, because she was saying, yes, she's had different readings. Everyone's been saying the same things and da-da-da-da-da. And I've known it to be true, not just from her situation, but from past situations that I've dealt with people like this. When people deal with other people, let's just say you get into a relationship with somebody and their family wants you to be with this person so bad that they're going to go ahead and do whatever rituals or sacrifices that they must do in order to make that relationship go well. But what they're doing is that what they did is that they attached this woman to this man. Okay, they attached this woman to this man and mess with this man's willpower. Okay, now for those of you who don't know, I'm that one. I'm that person. Okay, I'm that person that if you put something on somebody's willpower and you think that your shit is so strong that it can't be removed, you met the right match today. You met the right match today, because I'm that one. I'm that one that you don't want to mess with, because I will go ahead and break that curse and be sure that if it's anything that has to happen, that you feel whatever has to be paid, just because. And I'm not even putting anything back on you. I'm just encapsulating you in whatever you encapsulated that person with. That's all I'm doing. I'm just sending it back to you. Okay. So because of that, I'm not literally putting anything on you. I'm just backing off whatever that person is going on. And then I'm just saying, hey, send it back to the sender, whatever, let them deal with what they've done. Now, what happens is, then that curse, spell, or whatever gets broken, right? Yeah, so that gets broken. And then after it's broken, what happens is that then, because now it takes a while for that person that actually had the spell or the curse put on them to get back to normal, because they had literally put it on somebody's willpower. And you guys know me. If you guys mess with somebody's willpower and it's not for their highest benefit or their highest truth, and then I hear about it or I see it and their parents or their loved ones are coming to me and I have to do something about it, trust in me that I'm not trying to do any harm to you. But if you put harm on this person and God's source is telling me I'm going to knock them and I'm going to shut them down, there's nothing I can help you with. That's just how that is. If God's source says, I don't care what deity that you belong to, but I'm going to show you, I'm going to show them that what they've done is wrong, I can't stop that. I can't. That's between you and your God source. That's all on you. Okay, I love y'all, but that's just you guys, if you done something, that's the payback. That's how it works. Everything that we do has a positive and negative feedback. And because of that and what you put out into the universe, that and what you put into your work comes back to you. And if you ain't ready for that, then don't do it. Don't get into things that everybody's not ready for. Because if you do, understand that you're not going to be happy with the consequences when people come to me, and then I have to break something and then it goes back to you. Okay? Understand that that's not what, I don't want that negative energy to happen to you. But at the same time, if you done did something to somebody, I just want that person to get back to normal. And so I just do a reversal kind of a situation. So that's literally what happens. Okay. Hold on, guys. Let me turn on my internet because I am working. Like I said, I'm working on a different platform today. So you guys got to be patient. 1 second. Because I want to be sure everything stays backed up and I don't get any kind of issues. So Myra says, that's what happened. My husband, only God knows why. And literally what happens is that when people put stuff on people, hold on 1 second. When people put stuff on people, why is my internet not turning on? Oh my gosh. Hold on, guys. Stay with me. We're going somewhere. This new platform, I'm not sure me and the new platform is going to do well. Because if you guys don't see the videos going out. Hello, Demetra. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm still here. And if I get cut off, understand I'm going to come back to y'all. Okay. I'm just trying to get my internet up and running so we don't get any kind of issues. So stay with me. All right. So you guys still here? Okay. So hopefully it's up and running properly. So still here, everybody, right? Okay. Says the live is still running. You guys let me know. Can you guys still hear me? Anyways, so when somebody puts something on people, understand that not just do they have that payback, but it also takes that person to get back right on their own mentally and physically, right? And so it literally takes a little bit of time for them to start to feel back to normal, but they will get back to normal. They will. I promise you that they will, as long as it's done properly. So now with that, you know, that's just where I stand with the situation. Don't be one of those people that think that your work is so good, can't no one break, because I've met those witches and warlocks and all those people that have done that kind of stuff. And I'm like, you guys quit. You guys need to, and I literally say, you guys need to quit saying that, because those people that you guys are going to, just as that you came to me, they're going to come to me too eventually. And then I'm going to have to set them straight and be like, oh, well, you met the right shaman today, because that's what I do. I break that kind of stuff off people. I break that kind of stuff off people because I'm looking out for people's truest well-being, their truest well-being. Okay, I want what's literally the best well-being. I don't mess with people's willpower. I will not do it. I go by what works for that particular person in every way possible. So with that being said, I only want what's good for everybody. Okay, I only want what's good for everybody. So with that, okay, so today, you know, so we talked about the tea that I'm drinking today. What else did I feel like Spirit needed to talk about? So we talked about the basics about going into different thought processes and allowing yourself to stay in that process versus moving forward to another level. Okay. Instead of going into that negative energy, work more so in a positive, choose to jump into a positive timeline instead of a negative timeline. See yourself being a being, like literally, that's literally what they showed me, a being. This is you, and you can decide to jump into whichever thought, timeline, and process in which you feel, right? So those are the choices. Are you going to get into that, or are you going to move on? So releasing those things that are stressful. And then not just that, but let me also say that when it comes to working, don't slave for your money. And what I mean by don't be a slave for your money, what I mean by that, if you're not doing what you love to do in your mind, body, and soul, then you're not going to continue to love the work that you're in. And if you're not creative, God source creative energy just wants you to be happy with those things in which you do, right? I literally was thinking about going to work back for this little company for a little bit, and then spiritual team was like, don't you worry about that. You just do the stuff that you're supposed to do and watch how things work out. And I said, okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not even worried about it. So but it was stressing me out to think about it. And when it finally dropped that thought process of that job and I declined it and stuff like that, I started to feel so much better, right? So this morning, I've been dealing with not just that job situation, I've been dealing with the removing of the rest of the santeria that was on that lady or that boy. I was also, my husband woke up, he was trying to help and stuff like that. But me being a Cancer, I just want to do it by myself. And then I had to deal with people on the phone that I didn't feel like dealing with. So it's like that negative energy just kept on like trying to come at me, right? And you had to be like, okay, I'm not going to take it there. But it got me there. So how did I get back through it? So I went ahead, made myself something to eat. Then I got me my husband made me my tea, jumped in the shower, washed down with some with some salt and some water and some herbs, washed myself back down. And I feel a ton better. I definitely don't feel like when I jumped into the shower, and that's where we get back to. If you cannot take yourself up out of that negative form, don't stay in it more than a day. Understand that when you wake up the next day, it's a whole nother day. And that whole nother day is a whole nother chance at a whole different lifestyle and a whole different process and a whole different mind process. And that's what I need you to get back to. Whether or not you get to go to the beach, I know we're getting into the colder months, whether or not you get to wash up with some water, salt, and a little bit of prayer to make your own holy water. Whether or not you get to get out into the sun and get some of that solar energy, because it is energy that is provided to us. Whether or not you get out to the sand or the dirt to ground yourself, that is also a process of energy. Whether or not you get out to the wind and you get some of that air energy, that is also energy that you could pull from. Where does prana come from? Prana comes from the sun, the air, the food that we eat, the plants that are all around us. It comes, there's pranic energy in the moon, the sun, the earth, the water, into your own spirit. And we need to see that, some of these things need to be amplified in our daily lives. And if we continue in the process that we do, and you're not doing the things that need to be done, then you're literally selling yourself short. You're selling yourself short. And I don't want you to sell yourself short, because you're beautiful and you're a blessed king and queen. You just need that crown fixed. And I'm here just to try to elevate your mind, body, and soul and fix your crown. That's all I'm trying to do. So that's kind of the basics. That's all I really, really want to talk about. I'm looking through my notes here. Not letting people with low energy upset you. Okay, I don't care what it is. Don't let people with low energy upset your mind, body, or take you out of your happy place. And if they do, know how to protect your energy. That will be a whole nother video that we're going to get into, is knowing how to protect your energy. We're going to talk about that in another video. I literally have videos planned. I literally have videos set, so that all that stuff will continue on. We're also going to be talking about the spirit, the in and out of the spirit, and the spiritual chambers, and that kind of stuff in different colors. And we're going to talk about just a bunch of different things on all our videos constantly. I'm going to be uploading a ton of stuff to Patreon. I'm going to be uploading a ton of different stuff to everywhere, because I have so much I need to say and so much I want to say. And I feel like just in one little short live, it's just not enough. So I have to create these videos. So with that, just stay posted and stay tuned in, because you never know what you're going to get with me. That's just how it goes. Hello, Miss Shannon. Hello, Myra. Hello, everybody. Hello, Sloan. Okay, let's get started on some of these readings. I'm not going to be on here for too long. Probably about a couple hours. I'm just going to kind of go with the flow of it. And we're just going to kind of go on. So my first one that we're going to go into is Miss Myra. And then I'm going to do a random pull, because Miss Emily, first, actually, let's start off with let's just start off with the first free reading. Miss Emily paid for somebody to get a free reading today. And for that free reading, we're going to do a number between, you haven't paid yet, a number between 1 and 30. You guys drop those numbers real quick. Drop a number if you have not paid yet and you're looking for a reading. Drop that number between 1 and 30. Yes, between 1 and 30. Go ahead and drop those numbers. Let me see them. Let me see those numbers. I already have my number on the side over here. Let me see them numbers, y'all. Let's get it. Drop them numbers. Drop them numbers. 33 is Aldo. Demisha says 21. Miss Will says 19. Miss Shannon Turner says 27. Actually, the first one to it, my number was 27. So Miss 27 is Miss Shannon Turner. Thank you, Miss Shannon Turner. She's going to be my random pool. Miss Shannon Turner. My number was 27. It's literally right here. I wrote the number 27. So you guys don't think I'm like, you know. So there you go. 27 goes to Miss Shannon Turner. So thank you, Miss Emily. Thank you, Shannon. So Miss Emily, your payment is going to Miss Shannon. So thank you. All right, let's get started. Let's get started. And then I'm going to do Myra. And then I'm going to do Miss D. And then I'm going to do some free readings. And the free readings, if I get your name up on the list, it's literally going to be to those that we're drawn to. That Spirit says you need to pull for them. I'm going to say, okay, that's who I'm going to pull for. All right. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Everyone send out some love to Miss Emily. Thank you, Miss Emily. That was fun. That was a little fun time. All right. Get the crystals in the pocket so I can get grounded and balanced. All right. Show me what I need to see from Miss Shannon Turner. All right, Miss Shannon Turner. Just keep your question in your heart space, my sweetheart. Just keep any and all questions, feelings, emotions in your heart space. You don't even have to drop a question. So just go ahead, Miss Shannon, just whatever you need to feel, whatever you need to see. Spirit, God, source, that creative energy that was just direction up here. Help me to see everything I need to see from this Miss Shannon Turner. All right. Miss Shannon Turner. Miss Shannon. So first and foremost, they're saying to be able to take your, they keep on talking about time and patience. And I was like, are you talking about me? They're like, no, time and patience. And not just that, but it's time and patience on your heart or with somebody, whether or not it's with a man or a, because I feel like there's a male figure that I need to have patience with. I don't know who that might be in your life, but they're showing me needing to have patience with some sort of a man, or whether or not it's a relationship, but they say needing to have patience, because sometimes people, they don't know how you feel unless you tell them sometimes. Like, so because of that, they're saying, what are we saying or not saying that we could be saying? So they say, take a step back, reanalyze some situations instead of, sometimes, you know, with us, with anybody, like we could get really impatient at times because we want things to go a certain way, and yet that person doesn't know what you mean. Like, they don't know the exact terms that you're speaking of. So they said that sometimes people might say, huh, what? And they're saying, take your time with that situation, because whatever that is, they're saying some things don't need to be rushed. They keep on saying some things just don't need to be rushed in life. And so because of that, when I say some things don't need to be rushed in life, they don't. And so because of that, you know, what did I say? If you guys haven't watched my past videos, I always say love is kind, love is patient, love takes time, and love is beautiful. But mainly, love is definitely blind. So what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is that It's not about acting in our flesh. That anger, frustration, that negative energy, that negative frustration, that madness that we can get into, because those are matters of the flesh. If you work out of matters of your heart and you just say, even if I got to take that high road, I know that the results are going to be well worth it. The results will be well worth it. But if we continue to just say, just our way, we're going to lose a lot of relationships that can definitely be mended. And they say, mend things with your heart. And just because your heart has been through a lot of different things and has been broken and crushed and this and that through your lifetime, doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to let those things make us, right? We don't have to let those things make us. And they're definitely not going to break us, not as men nor women. We shouldn't let the situations that we're in, and definitely the relationships that we're in, we shouldn't let those things make us or break us on any level, period. Ooh, I've been sneezing for 2 days. Allergies are going at it. So because of that, I want to say here that it's time for us to step up. Girl, my husband has finally stopped an arguing phase. I do love him. That's good. So with that, you know, it's literally about knowing if that other person ain't going to take that high road, I might have to take that high road. So because of that, and let me just say this. Okay, thank you. Let me just say this. Just as women, when we say, oh yeah, we're fine. Yeah, we're fine. Yeah. When a woman says we're fine, baby, we technically ain't fine. We just ain't trying to talk about the situation right now. Sometimes, like, in order for us to really say that we're fine, like if our soul isn't necessarily saying that we're fine, like when we say we're fine, we're technically not. So if your husband has started arguing with you or his argument phase, that kind of is a little worrisome for me, because I'm like, has he stopped because he knows that he can't win arguments with you? Or did he stop because he's recognizing the reason in the argument, like, you know, he's really focusing on his words? So it makes me feel some sort of way so I would literally be analyzing the situation like, hold on. You know what I mean? My husband never believes me when I'm saying that I'm right. Right? So because of that, when I say I'm a little worried, no, I blow up on him for being forgetful. Okay. All right. So because of that, I want you to take your time with it. You know, I don't want him to feel like he has to stop arguing. I don't want to cut. And here's the thing. I don't want to cut out anybody's voice in a relationship. I don't, because when people cut out the voice in a relationship, that relationship can start getting stagnant if you're not careful. I made him cry. Oh, sweetheart, that's not good. So I need you to take a step back and understand that just like as a child, we don't want to step on a child. We don't want to cut different things out on a child, right? Like you don't want to tell a child to stop talking or anything like that, because that cuts their voice. You don't want to tell them to not do this or not do that because it cuts their path. Just like a child, a relationship is similar to a child. You got to put in what that child, how that relationship grows up depends on how or what you put into that relationship. Take that for what it is. You know, I'm not trying to say like, you know, I'm just saying, just be patient with the situation. You know, go back and talk to him. Be like, you know, I've realized that you're not arguing, but I just want to be sure that we're good. Like, I don't want to make you feel some sort of way. You know, I don't want to make you feel like you can't come talk to me. You know, because how would you like it if he made you cry? Right? We got to be sure that we're putting ourselves in that other person's shoes, because that's truly our true love. Your husband and your wife or whoever it might be, that's your true love. That is your love. And if one of us are not in sync with each other and we're pushing them out, is that okay? Just saying, baby. You know, so I'm just saying, take a step back, look at the situation before this relationship is ruined. I'm trying to save it. And I'm just trying to say, take it, you know, Be careful. Be careful. Yes, he has juvenile diabetes. I get angry over fear for his health. And I understand that. And trust me, I understand juvenile diabetes. But at the same time, if there's a way to talk about people or talk to people, right? Because if you guys pay attention to my last videos, I say to utilize your words properly. Utilize your words properly where you're speaking from your heart, not from fear. When you speak from your heart, it's understood more clearly. Versus when you speak from fear, it's not heard so much. As they're listening, but they're not hearing you. And when people are listening and not hearing me, I have an issue. So when you speak of matters, from your heart space, they actually hear you, because you're taking that step back and saying, look, I love you. You're really thinking about the word process that you're using. And you're saying, this is how, the reason why I act like this is because I don't want to lose you. I love you. You're my other half and I don't want to lose you. And because of that, I want what's best for you. I want what's best for you. I want what's best for us on every level. And so because of that, I need you to understand that I'm not trying to act in fear or anything like that, but I'm trying to act out of love. And I need you to rock with me. I need you to understand me. Right? Right? Impatient. Yeah, I can't imagine life without him. He's my divine love. And that's the thing. If he's your divine love, you don't want to cut his tongue. You don't want to cut him not being able to speak to you. Because once you do that, you're putting that energy into that relationship, that you're saying that you love him, but you're speaking to him out of fear. When you love someone, you speak to them out of fear, you're making them feel some sort of way. You see what I'm saying? So just watch your words. So watch your words, and that's fine. So now the cards that are coming out for you, the first set, the Eye of the Needle, and talks about intentionality. And not just that, but they're making me focus on the needle. See, this is a needle with an eye, right? And then they say, they're telling me, what are we picking? Like, what are we prodding? What are we picking, right? What are we making? What are we creating? Or are we just stabbing something with our needle? Are we just stabbing something with our needle, or are we creating? There's some of that. And then on top of that, in comes the Eye of the Eagle, and it says raising above the ray. And so to have two eyes with the situation, they're telling you to raise above the physical and the anger and the frustration, raise above it, because we don't want you to go where it could go. But if you go where you need to be and work out matters of the heart, you're going to be okay. And then look, in comes the last card, as it says fighting. Enough with the fighting. Yes, that's one thing. But don't cut somebody to a point where they don't want to communicate to you. Don't cut someone so hard that they don't want to communicate to you, especially in our relationship. We definitely don't want that, right? And then in comes, it says a whale song. It says it's resonating, going with the flow of the situation. You got to show him that he has to be just as caring about his health as you are about him. So care that I care about you, but what if it was me? What if it were you? Wouldn't he be saying the same thing? Right? So you have to make him understand that where you're coming from. You see what I'm saying? And then in comes, it says lost compass. It says getting back to integrity, getting back to the genuine you of who you are, and then in comes the isolation in a reverse position. But here's an eye, and it has tears. This literally looks like a man who's crying. So if he's sitting here crying, like you were saying, we need to stop. Look, doesn't that look like a man crying? We need to stop our man from crying and get back to, baby, I love you. I'm sorry to make you feel like this. Because if you can't see your relationship with him or without him, if you can't see your relationship without him, this is your true relation, like this is your one divine relationship. Why do we make him feel like this? And why does he spark that anger and frustration in you? And yes, it is from here, but your spirit's like, look, it's bugging your heart. It's bugging how you truly feel. Now, as a last set for you, it says Skybridge, possibilities for a union. So they say bring it back together, bringing this relationship back together, right? Been married for 17 years, girl, yes. And then in comes, it says Crown Games, and it's in reverse. Any card that's in reverse, I say we always need to focus on. And it says Crown Games right use of power. The right use of power. And not just that, but they show me the arms around this heart. So this is the head, this is the husband's head, and then these are arms around this heart or around his head. Learn to love him, love his mind, and then look, the last part is understanding. Love his mind, but he's got to make the right decisions for himself. He has to. He's the best father too. I believe it. He has to, because he's very compassionate. He's very compassionate. But he's got to make the right decision for his health and his well-being, right? And not just that, there are certain teas and herbs that can work for different things as well. So try to work on, eating healthier, using the herbs that can work with the situation and not work against you or work against it. There are herbs that can help with diabetes. So that's that. So thank you, Miss Shannon, for allowing me to read for you. Thank you, Miss Emily, for paying for this reading, and many blessings, light and love to all. Many blessings. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So shall it be, Ashe. All right. Hey, Tia. Hello, everybody. All right. My next reading is going to Miss Myra. Miss Myra. What do I need to see from Miss Myra? Miss Myra wanted to know more so about her mission, her journey. What do I need to see from Myra? Okay, so let me talk about some things here real quick. When it comes to missions and journeys, understand, I can sit here and tell you what it is, but it's very important for people to do the work. You guys already know I love y'all. Send you guys out light and love, and I want to take you guys and elevate you guys. I can tell you, and I'm going to tell you some things, but if you don't meditate and you don't ground and you don't work with your energy, I can provide you the tree, but you're going to have to work with fertilizing that tree. I could give you the tree, but are you going to plant the tree? Are you going to water that tree? Are you going to do what it takes to get there, right? Because if not, Spirit's just like, if we're not ready to release the situations with different kinds of things that are irritating us, or we're not ready to release some of these ties to the materialistic world, then what's the point of me telling you? And that's for anybody, not just, I'm not talking about, you specifically, I'm just talking about in general. When a lot of times the Buddhists, the monks, like different like colonies, different people, when you have that divine calling on your life and you are one with your spiritual team, yes, we can give you the information. Yes, I got the keys to the information. If I provide it to you, are you going to do what needs to be done? Right? Are we going to provide what needs to be done? I watched Deata on Netflix. It is amazing, isn't it? I love Deata. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. But so I'm going to tell you some things, Miss Myra, but I want you to take it to the next level. If I tell you something, please do what I tell you to do. Don't let me just speak and then don't do anything about it. So if I tell you something, take it to the next level, okay? So when it comes to this, when it comes to who you are on your journey and on your mission, and not just that, be sure that you dive deeper into everything. Be sure that you dive deeper into everything. If I say, yeah, you have this, this, and that, this is your mission, this is your journey, I'm just telling you the title of the book. You got to sit with your spiritual team and you got to make it come to life, right? You got to make it come to life, because if you don't, you wasted my time and you wasting your time. And I don't want no one to waste their time. I want you to find happiness and peace in your life. And if we don't do it, then what are we doing here? What are we doing here, right? That's for anybody. If I provide you with information on lifestyles, on life situations, I want you to do what needs to be done because I'm feeling some sort of way, right? So if Miss Shannon doesn't help her husband and do what we tell her to, there could be issues. There could be issues in her relationship in the future. So if I say things, please understand, if I tell you something, it's because I'm telling you because this is what's divinely guided for you to hear in your mind, body, and soul. So if I provide you with that tree of life and information, it's up to you to plant it. It's up to you to put the soil on it. It's up to you to put the water and water it. Be sure you're doing the work for it. Be sure you're grounding and meditating and sitting with your spiritual team. Because if we're not doing this and you're not centering yourself on a daily basis, you're literally giving your energy to something else. If you allow people to anger you and frustrate you, you're giving yourself to that negative energy, and that's not okay. If you allow that, then hey, so be it. But I'm not going to allow my energy to be tampered with. I'm not doing it anymore. Yeah, so you need to water it and do it. So when I look at Myra's mission and journey, okay, I'm just going to tell you what I see. You deal with it what you will. They keep on showing me as if I'm touching somebody's head. I'm constantly touching somebody's head. So if I'm touching somebody's head, this could be a multitude of things. This could be either you working with hair. This could be either you working with someone's chakra, someone's energy. Remember, I always tell people that everybody has a chance to be, and to be an empath that is technically the sixth sense. To be an empath is just a sixth sense, because once you turn on and you understand that energy of being an empath, you can actually, so an empath is literally somebody that can feel energies, right? And not just can they feel energies, they can feel the energy of the story, of the situation. They could tell people what the color is, depending on the strength of things. They could tell people the emotions that have went through there, the whole situation. And with that, then I say, okay, if you take that to the next level, you get into Reiki, you could get into yoga, you could get into that next level. It's literally the basis of enlightenment. Okay. It's literally the basis of enlightenment. And so it's taking that and then turning it to the next levels. If you can turn it to the next levels, you'll be able to, I feel like a higher connection between you and your source. Now with that, then if you're one and you can work with, so everybody has the ability, depending on, I feel like especially with your line, you have the healer's hand. So you could get into working with pranic energy and meditation and yoga. You can work on, now it's all about your mission is oneness with your spiritual team. It's also a full body understanding of everything. And when you do that, it's literally not just are you going to help people by speaking to them, but you can help for people by showing them. You can help people by showing them through your life path and your life journeys. However, everyone's mission and journey are two different things. Okay, like for me, I used to touch my husband's head before when he used to live with us. Okay, so with me, okay, so my journey is to help everybody on their path, to let them know that they're not alone. I'm gonna let everybody know that you're not alone. And everyone knows that once you made a friend of me, once you made a friend and we've literally are talking as far as spiritual stuff are concerned, when you made a spiritual friend of me, I'm never going to let you down. I'm never going to let you go. So with that understanding, I give you guys my phone number, 937-791-9542. You guys could text me, we could talk about things. I could set you up on one-on-one appointments, whatever is needed. But the situation here is that so that's my mission, is to help everybody, my journey, but my mission, I have a mission. My mission is to find the rooted ones of some of the first nations that were here, because the rooted ones that are multi-gifted, they feel like they're alone. A lot of them have a lot of native background, or they have native to different indigenous tribes, or native to different lands. I work with people that are native to England, native to the Netherlands, and different places, but to find those rooted ones and to help them to understand that they are not alone. Okay. And so, and not just that, but it's to also to help them to turn on their gifts to the next level. And because when you're multi-gifted, you feel like at every turn, like shit is being thrown at you. Like, I hate to say it, but you feel like shit is being thrown at you at every turn. And whether or not it's your health, whether or not it's this or that. And those ones are the ones, like, everyone should be helping everybody to turn on their gifts and stuff like that. Like, there are so many people that are awakening right now, and I can't get to everybody, right? And it's going to take you to get out here and share the video. It's going to take you to get out here and not just share the video, but to bring the people back to us, right? How can I, if no one's here watching my video, I'm just going to go ahead and put it out there. And one day the right people are going to watch that video. That's all I keep on saying. The right people that need to see my videos, they're going to see the videos. And when they do, they're going to come to me and they're going to say what they need to say. I pray about my videos every single day. I do, right? I feel like that. Yeah, although I get it. I get it. I get it. Okay. Especially my dreamers. The dreamers that are empaths. So there's three. I don't know what it's called, but I have dreams that actually happen. That's premonitions. So yes, so there are different levels to dreams. So my dreamers, so a lot of them have deja vus, they have premonitions, not just do their dreams come true, there's that's gonna be a whole nother video that I do. So I have my dreamers, so my visionaries, so you guys call them visionaries or dreamers. And then there's the empaths. And then so there are people that actually feel things all over, and not just are they feeling everyone's energy, but they're literally, don't just feel, but they can actually really sense that something is around. But it's because it's between that and the dreams that happen, if they're multi-gifted, that when there's two of them, when you're a visionary and you have an empath, not just do you feel them, but then you start to see them. And that's where people start to be like, hey, I just seen something out the corner of my eye, like that ain't never happened before. And then I'll say, well, what's literally been happening in your life lately? And where have your gifts been lately? And then I'm literally like taking it to the next level. So there's a lot of different spiritual gifts that we can speak on. Some people have the gift of tongue, to be able to speak in tongue, which is a light language of the gods. And there's different frequencies of that. Now there's a spirit of interpretation, which is, so there are spiritual senses. Okay, so just as you have physical senses, you also have spiritual senses. And those spiritual senses, yes, they mimic some of our physical senses, but when you start to hear things along with everything, that's like the whole nother level. Or like when you're automatic writing, when you're automatically speaking or saying or feeling, like all of these things. And when they're all meshed up into one, people don't know what the heck is going on. And that's my mission. My mission is to take those people and to let them know that they're not alone, because I am a multi-gifted person. Okay, let them know they're not alone. I'm here for them, and to help them to become the true, like the leaders, the spiritual leaders that they're supposed to be, so that they too can help other people. Yes, it's about everyone helping everybody, but if I could find my rooted ones, the multi-gifted ones, because those ones feel like they don't know where to go, like they don't know what the heck is going on. And it's those ones that I'm just like, look, let's dig into your past. Let's do some cord cutting into your past lives, and let's move it to the next level. So Miss Myra, when I look at your life path and I look at where you've been and what you've been through, when I say it's time to take it to the next level, it's time to take it to the next level. And then I feel for whatever reason, like, you know it. So like you said, if you were literally touching your husband's head, you literally have the gift of healing. Your hands, it's time to turn them on and understand that. So you need to look up that pranic, pranic. You need to look up pranic energy and pranic healing, because that's going to help you to understand exactly what I'm talking about. Between that and Reiki, so Reiki, pranic healing, and what's the other one? Reiki, pranic healing, You need to meditate, you need to ground, a good herbal tea, any kind of herbal teas. You need to start getting into like different blends that you like. But there are blends that we can use to help to enhance. I don't need to speak on that right now. You need to get into some herbal teas and the understanding of them. I'm not going to speak on what I just said. So just get into the blends of herbal teas. You'll get to understand what I'm talking about, because there are different types that can take you on different levels, on different journeys. It helps you to literally release a lot of negative energy on the spirit. And we're going to get into the deeper teas. Like there's a reason why, you know, there are certain teas and certain herbs that can literally take you to that next dimensional level that you're looking for. But some people, if I say it on this video, there's a chance they're going to take it the wrong way. And I've told you guys before, you guys got to go and watch the past videos when I talk about neem and turmeric, and when I talk about ash gourd melons, when I talk about like different things, like there's a reason. Okay. So because of that, it is a 30-minute reading for 3:30. Hold on one second, guys. Sorry, had someone trying to book an appointment. So when I say I want you to take it to the next level, so your journey, I need you to get to understand who you are as a spiritual being, as an intellect. What did I say before? We are all here as higher dimensional beings having a human experience, trying to achieve our dreams, goals, and our missions in this life. And when I talk about string theory, you guys need to go check out what string theory is. You guys need to think about things and have that topic on your head or in your thought process when you're in your meditation and when you're in all these different places, because your spiritual team is going to help you to understand what that means for you. Right? So I've talked about it already in this video. You guys just need to understand, you know, that take it to that next level, because that goes into manifesting those things and what you want. And I'm not going to talk about that in this video yet, because when I say I've seen a whole new level of manifesting the things that I want, or the things that because there are people that manifest those things that they want. When I say that there's a whole new level to manifesting, there's a whole new level to manifesting. I'm gonna have to drop that video on Patreon, because when I say it's all about the way that you perceive things, is technically the way that you perceive things. So if you guys are just tuning into some of my lives, I've always said, if you want to change up the things that are happening in your life, you have to change your perspectives and your perceptions of the situation, whether or not it's depressive stuff, whether or not it's sickness, whether or not it's just different things. If we allow you, where you direct your energy, the energy will flow. What you put out into the universe is going to provide back to you. With that being said, understand that I'm trying to take you to that whole nother level. So Miss Myra, the cards that are coming out for you when it comes to different things, I've just spoke on some things a little bit, but you need to take it to that next level. Okay, that next physical healing level. I told you what to do with that, so I really need you to focus on that. So with that, but in order for you to get there, you got so many other things going on. You first and foremost, like getting past some of the things that you've been in the recent past. Like literally, I don't know what you've been through that makes me feel like you need to heal your heart, but you're obviously going through some form of transformation, because they say that your heart space needs to be organized. They're talking about organization of the heart. So I don't know what you've been through and all that other stuff, but what I am going to say is organizing of the heart space, because the reason being is that when we experience things in our brain, we also experience them in our hearts. And the heart and the brain are literally correlated. And so because of that, if someone has hurt you mentally, they've also hurt you in your heart. And you've got to be able to heal them both, because if you don't, you're screwed. Okay, you got to literally heal them both. So you need to heal the mind, body, and the soul. Okay, Miss Myra, you need to, like I said, step it up, sweetheart. Step it up. Okay, I know you done been through some things in your relationship. Step it up. Don't stay there. Don't stay there. I don't care what's happened in your relationship. It's a choice to stay in that depressive mode or move on. I've spoken about that already. It's a choice to stay there or move forward. And for me, I'm like, look, don't stay there. Don't stay in that negative space, because you got friends and family and people that want to, like, they're like, come on, let's go do this and do that. But you're in your depressive phase that you're pushing everyone aside versus doing what you need to do. Girl, no, no, no. So you need to deal with that. When you can deal with that, you can deal with yourself. When you can deal with yourself, then you'll be able to deal with those around you. So because of that, it's literally about turning inward. Now, what comes here, they're speaking about literally the exhaustion, the mental exhaustion that you're going through. Look at that. The mental exhaustion in your brain, working, not thinking, like, it's just like you're trying to cover up your emotions and your feelings. You're masking things. You're masking things. And then on top of it says, in the hand, the universe is your partner. Literally, they said, why are you worried about this? You're not seeing your fullest and truest potential that comes before you. You're not seeing it. But we're trying to tell you, like, it's right here. You're not seeing it. I'm here to tell you that you're a gifted being, and you just need to I just needed to get you there. I need to get you there. Okay. Then on top of that, in the reverse position, what I say about it, cards in reverse are what we need to focus on. It says an empty well, time to replenish. Sweetheart, look, what have we been saying in the past readings about wells and people climbing up your bucket? Okay. We need to get you back to your own platform. Look, turning inward to where you can find your peace and your solitude. Because, baby, if your peace and your solitude ain't online, even the next man ain't going to want to mess with you. And if he does, it's because he wants something from you. He doesn't truly love your mind, body, and soul. It's just a cover-up. It's just a cover-up. So now the right person is going to want to heal your mind, body, and soul, and be able to be like, hey, I want to try to heal you before we get into this thing, and I want you to take it slow. Now, if if this isn't what you're feeling, then this isn't what you're feeling. Hey, that's that. And then it says lay of the land, ancestral wisdom. This is in reverse. You can't see that you're gifted, and you can't see the truest potential because you're focused on the situation. All you're seeing is the mountain and the water, but you can't see that you can climb up this mountain and you could truly find your peace. You're focused on everything that's happened to you and not focused on your truest harmony, because the harmony card is coming in reverse position. You're not focused on your healing. You're just living at this point, keeping up with the house, doing this, doing that. You're not focused on healing yourself. And if you don't, baby, you're literally cheating yourself. You're cheating yourself out of life, love, happiness, joy, freedom, peace, your spirituality. You're cheating yourself. But when we are in these darkest times, it's also understanding that just because you're in these darkest times and it makes you feel some sort of way, this is a perfect time to shed your old self and so that the new Myra can come out. Now, if the new one could come out, that's perfect. But we got to get you out your comfort shell and say, shake it off, baby, because it's that time. But I need you to shake it off, because if you don't, you're going to stay stuck in this. And let me just say that even as we go into the winter times, does not mean that you need to stay there. Yes, we get into winter times, we want to go inward, we don't want to come out. Just because it's the winter times, you need to step up out of it. Step up out of it. And then the last set that comes in for you says drifter. It says experiencing life as it comes. Okay, I need you to take it to that next level because you're in a transformation period. You're going through it, and I understand. What do I always tell you guys? When you guys make a friend of me, I ain't leaving your side. So don't think that you guys can't text me. I done gave my guys my phone number a long time ago, 937-791-9542. So book your one-on-one sessions. I'm literally have people that I see for $33 every week, all the way up to $55 every week. It just really depends on what you're looking for. I see people weekly, monthly. I'm trying to help you guys elevate on every level. And sometimes those appointments run longer. So you guys truly get what you guys like. You guys are paying for it, and I'm taking you guys there. When I get one-on-one sessions, they go just as deep. We're going into everything, your past lives. Look, I could talk on for days on anything that you guys need. But I want to take you there. And it's time for us to open you up to the next level because you deserve to be there. I just need you to feel that you deserve to be there because you don't feel like you deserve it. You don't feel like you deserve it, and I'm here to tell you that you do deserve it. Myra, you deserve greatness and blessings and prosperity in your life. I just need you to feel it and see it, baby. Feel it and see it. I want life that's grand for you. Why? Because what do I say? When I elevate, I want to elevate everybody. I don't want to leave no one down here. I'm already elevated. I'm trying to take you guys up to the next level. Right? Because energy goes to that in which need. If my energy is high, it's gonna go and help the low, but I also know how to refill. Right? I know how to refill. I might take off every Wednesday, so I will be off of here on Wednesdays and Sundays because Sundays I fast and Wednesdays I just need a personal day. So you guys won't necessarily see me drop any videos on Wednesdays or Sundays. That's just gonna be like how I'm gonna do it. Now, if this all starts getting really, really booked and I have to, then that's what I'll do because I don't want to leave my people astray. You guys are going to see on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and Saturday, you guys are going to see tea time, spiritual tea time with EvaMarie. And then what's going to happen is that you're going to see more readings in the evening time. But right now, I'm working on this whole thing to be sure everything is processed properly so that we can have that second live at night. So it's just a process of it all. Myra says, love me, work on me, and do me, and get up there. Yes, girl. Yes. Yes, so true. I've been in this place too long. It's time to step up. Yes. Yes. Ashe. Receive it, girl. Yes. You deserve it. You deserve greatness and goodness. Right? We all do. We all do. We all deserve to be loved. And that's the thing, baby, is that when you're healed, trust me when I say you feel it. And then not just that, but then the universe will be like, hey, I see that you're healing. Let me help you. Let me send you that man that's going to love you. Let me send you that partner that's going to love you. Right? Let me take you there. Let me take you to that next level. The universe wants to help you too. Not just your spiritual, like your spiritual team are going to help you. The universe wants to help you. God source is like, connect to me. Mother Earth is saying, connect to me. We're just like, hey, let's work, right? Let's do it. What's the donation for readings? Today it's 5, 13, 20, or 33. So $5 for 1 to 2 cards, 13 for 4 to 6, 20 for channeling. And yes, I speak to those that have passed on. It's one of my fortes. It's one of my loves. I love to talk to those that have passed on. Or 33 for channeling and a reading. So it's 5, 13, 20, 33. Okay. So, and then my next one. So thank you, Miss Myra. My next one is going to go to Miss D from YouTube. So this is a YouTube viewer. So hi, Miss D. Thank you so much for coming in here. Yes, 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 yes. Whew. If you pay, be sure that you put that you pay, guys, because it's hard for me to really, really get in here. Thank you guys so much for your opinion. Now, where am I at? Miss D. Miss D from YouTube. Thank you. Be sure that you like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so that when I go live, you get that notification. Yes. And then we're going to get to, so that after I get caught up, as you guys know, then we'll start with free pay, because yes, I don't want to forget that we're doing some free readings today as well. So we will be doing free readings as well, but the free readings go directly to those that I'm drawn to, or if you share out the video and I see that you shared out the video, or you tag someone in the video, or you send out stars, right? Because that all is given into this positive energy vibe that we're going with, right? So that's what that is. Okay, that's how you get on the free list. Unless Spirit has like, look, I need to speak to this person, like that's how that works. Okay. Myra says, thank you, Eva. I will do this. Need to level up. Much appreciated. My pleasure. Anytime. Glad to help, as always. Glad to help. All right. Who are we? Where are we next? Miss D. Miss D. All right. Let's do this. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do it. Do it. You guys, I really want to turn on some other music right now. Like I truly, truly do. Because I really want to listen to some 90s music. Because I'm trying to take you guys somewhere else. But I know if I turn it on, they're going to be like, you're not allowed to play that. Then they're going to want me to take down my video. So unless I'm like I have to literally continue to play in binaural beats. But I really want to play some 90s music right now. But you guys know me, like I don't necessarily care if I get demonetized at this point. But I do. I do, but I don't. I do, but I don't. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I could just sit here and just start singing parts to songs. I mean, I'm so random today. You guys gotta remember, I was born in 1980. Yes, 7880. Then that's my number. 7880s is my number, y'all. That's me yesterday on the 90s kick, fell into this morning. Girl, Demisha, yes. And when I get into the 90s kick, like I'm listening to 90s R&B, hip hop. I'm listening to Tupac, Biggie. I'm listening to like 90s rap from Scarface. Like I'm like yesterday I was all up in it. From Scarface, like I was, because I get into underground rap, right? So I'm listening to Scarface. I'm listening to some Keith Sweat. I'm listening to some H-Town, some Shy, some Jodeci. Girl, I was going in on the 80s and 90s. Like I was in it. Like, yes. Paul Abdul. Yes, yes, yes. I was in it. Like, look, I was in it. I listened to everything, and especially some H-Town and some Shy and some Jodeci. Oh my gosh. I was all up in that kind of energy. Ice Cube, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Ice Cube, Ice-T. Look, I can go into underground Ice-T stuff. When he was so young, like people, like his voice just was like cracking, right? So Ice-T came out, man. If y'all ain't watched Breaking and Breaking 2, Electric Boogaloo, like I'm not even sure like you're all on my level. Like when I say I watched all the breakdancing movies when I was younger, and I still do. Like, yeah, that's me. That's me. That's all me. that's what I am on. That's what I'm on. Shanice. I listen to Shanice, Michelle. I'm listening to old Kelly, like not old Kelly. What's her name? I was gonna say Kelly Rowland. This was even before Kelly Rowland. Look, I was looking. Oh, what's her name? Kelly. Kelly. And she did some songs when Jay-Z had first came out, and she did some with what's his name? Maya. I was listening to Maya, but there's Kelly something. I can't remember her last name. I don't know why I'm losing it. But anyways, Kelly Price. Yeah, I listened to Kelly Price. New Kids on the Block. Yeah, but listen to all that stuff. Look, I'm not so much New Kids on the Block I used to, but every once in a while there's certain songs that stick in my mind. Yeah. Yes. 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 I do too, but my bass music is classic rock. My parents played it. Awesome. Look, I could get into some of that too. Tyrese, yes, girl. Tyrese, yes. Man, you guys are taking me there. You guys are taking me there. Yes. But I listen to everything. So for me, I can go and I can listen to 50s and 60s and 70s music just because, of course, my parents being born in the 50 and 54. I got stuck in the genre in the 60s and 70s for a long time, which is what they called, love some LL Cool J, which is called like bubblegum music. Is what my mom used to call it, I think. It's like bubblegum pop or something. So there's certain like genres that I get into, like from way back when. And then all the way into, what else did I listen to? There's something else I was listening to. Like last night, we got back from the store really late. We were listening to some Tupac and Biggie all the way home, and some old stuff. But I'll listen to some like old music. I love some Al Green. Like I'm like literal old school. The love making kind of music. Like that's me. That's me. Let me get on to these readings. Look, I said I wanted to play the music. Oh, but I was told, oh, Blue Eyes. I listened to a lot of old school, a lot of Elvis from way back when. I listened to a lot of contemporary music. Love John Mayer, Maroon 5, a lot of their newer or older stuff. I listen to everything. I listen to literally everything. Bob Marley, like I listen to everything, right? Anyways, but that's what I feel like listening to. But I know if I play it on here, they're not gonna post the video. Then if I don't post the video, then some of my people ain't gonna get their reading, and then you guys get mad. Because if I want to take it there, I'll play it anyway. But I'm trying to be nice because that's just me. I'm just trying to be nice. Hold on, guys. I think we sit here and we have us a troll on here. I'm not sure if they'll let me block this person. Hold on, let me see if I can block this troll on here. Ban from page, or I could ban them from my stream. Let's ban from page. Sorry about those trolls, y'all, because they can't find their own clients, and they never will. How about some of that? Get some on that. Hey, can't be over here trying to post anybody else's clients. We don't do that around these parts, player. We don't do that around these parts. No, we don't. All right, let's do this. Miss B. And then we're going to see where we are, because we're definitely going to do some free and paid readings. If you have paid, let me know that you're paid so I can be sure that you're on the list, because sometimes I don't necessarily want to go back and have to double check it, because if I do, then that means that if I do that, then there's a chance that I won't be able to come back to live since it's being drawn on my phone. I've been in my vinyls lately. I conducted an experiment with my residents. Now I get request. Today's strongest was Hotel California. That is my best girl. Oh. Anyways, trolls are annoying. They need to find a new job, right, girl? Yes. Hotel California is my ultimate favorite. One of my first top 20 ultimate, because with listen to every genre, I have like favorites of all. But yeah, Hotel California, that's one of my best. And I think I love it because I did a channeling on it one day about not just what the true meaning of it was, but they brought me back into a spiritual realm of it. I love to channel, because I told you guys that's my forte, is channeling the other side and channeling God's source during this whole thing, right? So the thing is that I love to get in here and I love to channel. I love to channel especially movies like Alice in Wonderland. That's one of my favorite. Like literally. How are they still getting in here? Hold on one second, guys. Okay, we're getting there. Just give me 1 second. Let me try to get this troll off of my page. Why is it still showing them? All right, we're just gonna leave that there. Hold on. Sorry guys, I'm trying to be sure that they are off of here. I think that they're gone. Let's get this started. Told you guys get me in here to talk. I was trying to get that person off here. Why is he still able to troll? And I've just, yes, you guys, please just ignore him. Give me 1 second. This is annoying. Because it's not, I told you guys I'm working on a different platform, didn't I? Because I am working on another platform, because the one that I'm working on sends out to all my feeds. And because of that, it's still doing it. All right, so just ignore them for now, y'all. They're just trolls. I can't get their own people, so please forgive me. I don't know if it takes a second for it to process or whatever, but hopefully I tried to remove the comments, so please bear with me. Thank you. All right, let's do this. Let me get to Ms. D real quick. 1 second. Not that on there either. Okay. All right, let's do this. All right, Ms. D. Let's do this. Ms. D. What do I need to see for Ms. D? Ms. D, they're talking about attachments and dealing with parents. I don't know what they're speaking of directly. So, Ms. D, when they were talking about attachments and they're talking about your parents, and then they're making me feel as if, and then I hear, so sometimes the way spiritual team works is that they'll give me like different visions, and then I also get like random songs, or they could give me different imageries. And then I heard know when to hold them, know when to fold them. So then we're going back into Kenny Rogers talking of know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run. And it has to do with some type of family tie, especially to cords of parents, or like not necessarily your little family, but they're making me feel like family. Okay. So they're making me feel like family, know when to let things go. Like, right, knowing when to, or if we have let them go to a point where you're debating about communication. They're talking about it's okay to communicate to people, but know when you gotta run. Know when you're not going to allow them back into your life to hurt you anymore. Whether or not they passed on or whether or not they're here in the physical form, the thing is not to allow what has happened to our parents or to what I'm seeing, like to family, to bother us to a point where it's affecting our well-being. And what this is turning into is like not just my well-being, but it's, and you might think that things are fine, but they're also showing me like a pancake, like we pancake our emotions. So it's like you bottle up your emotions to a point where if you bottle up your emotions, then they show me you're just waiting to explode, because they say like you're shaking it up. So you're shaking up the like I feel like as if somebody's trying to like shake up your like this bottle of pop and we're getting ready to explode. Like that's literally how I feel. So because of that, I'm sitting here to say, don't let no one bottle you up, or if you're bottled up or you're holding something back, don't let no one explode that bottle, because anything that with enough pressure can explode. That's just the way that is. And if that's the case, you got to know when to fold them and know when to walk away. Shit, and know when to run at this point. You know what I mean? Because I want what's best for you. I want you to feel like, you know, because everyone knows me, okay? I want you to feel like you're elevated. I want you to feel elevated on every way possible, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, and spiritually. I don't want you to feel stagnant. I don't want you to feel like you can't be you to your fullest ability without, like, if you, like right now, we are not, okay, so depression and grief and all this stuff can mess up somebody's mind so much that when you finally come up out of it, you're like, dang, where have I been? I ain't felt like I've been feeling like this for years, since I was in my 20s. Like, and so I was in this big depression and stuff like that, and grief since I was in my early 20s or even my later 20s. And I can remember that depression even started out back when my grandmother died when I was 10. So I had a lot of depression, or a lot of grief, I would say, with this stuff. And so because of that, I didn't know how to completely be me. And then finally, just recently, I dropped everything, and we become addicted to that depression. We become addicted to that way of thinking, that then we get into a negative connotation about ourselves, and we're saying, that ain't me at all. And then, but when you finally come to your clear senses of who you truly were, you're like, man, I hadn't been here since I was 17. I ain't been here since I was 16. I ain't been here in this phase since I was this age or that age. You see what I'm saying? And so they're saying, understand that what you're going through, it's long enough, because they say it's been way too long. Okay, so I don't know if you've been dealing with family issues for way too long, or we've been dealing with abandonment issues, or feeling some sort of way about a family for so long, but they're saying enough is enough, right? So they're saying know when enough is enough, because when you feel like it's a constant situation, it becomes an addiction of our own brain. It becomes an addiction of our brain, right? So we talked about addictions in my prior videos. If you haven't seen them, go back and see them on Facebook. But we talk about addictions of our mind, body, soul, heart, and spirit. And that's what we've been talking about. So every day for the last 4 videos, it's literally about leveling it up, right? And so we've been talking about leveling up of the spirit to release the soul for its purest potential, so that you can become the being in which you need to become. I want you to be happy, filled with grace and joy and prosperity. And in order sometimes for people to get there, they got to feel some sort of way. And so I'm trying to take you guys on that next level. I'm trying to show you guys that there's so much more to you. And if we sometimes can't see it ourselves, I'm sitting here saying, like, you're not alone. You're definitely not alone. Your spirit team is saying, hey, we want you to become more happier. So if you're in some type of depressive phase because of family issues or kind of family situation, they say, know when to hold, know when to walk away, know when to fucking run at this point, right? So it's just like, I want to, and then they take me to the casino. I don't know what this means, but then I feel like I'm at the casino, and you need to know when to fold. You need to know when to fold. You need to know if you're going to put another coin in there, or you're going to walk away like you went in with $500 into the casino. You now went to one machine, you made $1,000, and you only put $200 in there. You see that you are now riding at top, and now's a perfect time to walk away? Or are we going to continue to put another coin in there because we're addicted to that sound, that noise, that element? Do you see what I'm saying? Because if we do that, we're failing ourselves. We're failing ourselves. And like I said, we can do that even with our own people. We could do that with our own depression and situations. So because of that, I'm sitting here to tell you, like, we don't need to be there anymore. You're so much better than that. We're so much better than that. I'm trying to uplift your mind, body, and soul. And let me just say this, that there's a possibility that like some major things are getting ready to change for you if we can release some things. Let me get through these cards real quick. The first cards that are coming in, so let me get here. So in comes compromise. Let me be sure. Yep, compromise is in a reverse position. You don't need to compromise with no one. I said what I said, and that's all. Okay, you don't, it's one thing to compromise, but know when to not compromise and say, I don't got to compromise with no one. I said what I said, and understand that, yes, I have boundaries, but understand I'm not going to allow anyone to overstep those boundaries. Or know when to compromise and say, it's okay for me to drop this guard because I see that this person is true over here. And because I'm seeing that they're true, because you're paying attention to your intuition. If you pay attention to your intuition, let me just explain how intuition works, okay, everybody, just in case you guys haven't watched my videos. How intuition works, intuition actually is coming from your soul. This is your soul talking to you. That's normally the first response, or depending on how you're connected, this is your soul response or your God source connection saying, hey, you listening to me? I'm your intuition telling you what to do, and whether or not you want to listen to me or not, you're shutting me up. And since you're going to shut me up, then I'm just going to not talk anymore. And if I can't talk, well, then see where that gets you in life. And then that soul starts to shrink more and more onto that body, because normally it stands at about 5 feet all around us. And then it starts to shrink more and more as we start to listen, or we're not paying attention. And then you start to feel cluttered. You start to feel like you're not achieving things. You start to feel like things aren't going the way that you want them to go because you truly feel some sort of way. So they say, stop feeling like this. Know when to compromise, but know also when that you have set those boundaries and you said what you have to say. And then the next card says celebration. Knowing to look, celebrate. Knowing when to celebrate because I made those boundaries. I said what I said, but I'm not going to let my guard down for nobody unless I see that that person is truly ready to change. And then the next card that comes in a reverse position, because I say those cards that are in a reverse position are there for a reason. We need to pay attention to them. And they're saying vanishing mirror, ego sublimitation. And so they're saying here, and this is in reverse, we don't, and I don't think you guys can see it, but this is actually a mirror. And it's actually breaking. Knowing when to, and not just that, look, what did I talk about at the beginning of the video? If you guys haven't watched the beginning of the video or the last couple of videos, go back and when I say talk about the reflection of thyself. Knowing when to reflect on those things that we have been through in our past, knowing when to drop that stuff, knowing when we have already set those boundaries within ourselves, and knowing when we even have to cross that boundary. So they say enough is enough. So knowing when to step up and knowing when to celebrate, knowing when to drop those cords, knowing when enough is enough of what you've been going through. Some of the next cards are saying, look, the miser's coming in reverse, and so is the experience card. Both of these are coming in reverse. The miser done stole everything that you want. Like energy is coming in, they're stealing everything that you want. And they're saying, and it's just because this is an experience of life, and that's all we're talking it up to. But then the mindful card is coming in a reverse position that actually says mind and fool. And then it says group thinking. We need to think about where and how to get out of the situation, because truly things could be going really well for you, but you feel like somebody is taking your time or your energy and not giving you what you want. Like you're not getting something back that you deserve. So with that, even if we can take that with everything that you've been through in your life, why are we giving things to our past when our past doesn't serve us any longer? An ex is an ex for a reason. Don't contact me. Don't holler at me. I'm good. When we said we were done, we were done. I might have contacted you a couple times, but when I said I'm done and I'm done, that's it. When I'm with that person, I'm with that person. That's all. When I'm here with you, I'm here with you. I'm giving you part of me. But if you can't give me part of you, I'm wasting my damn time. And I know when I'm wasting my time. So because of that, we have to say, we're not doing that. Not today. Okay. Hold on. So because of that, now the last cards that are coming in, Miss D, it says winner's dream. It says gestation period. So I feel like we're going through a period of gestation now. They're also talking about a new beginning that's getting ready to happen for you. A new beginning that is getting ready to happen to you. So if we could drop some cords, okay, if we could drop some cords or get through some things, everything will go through just fine. Because look, you're going through a rebirth. It's coming in a reverse position. A rebirth process is taking place in your mind, body, and soul. And literally, it's all about the journey. So you're going on a spiritual journey. You're turning inward. You feel like something major needs to be changed. So if you're feeling stagnant, they're saying, you're feeling stagnant, yes, but this is the reason why. And here's how we're going to get through it. When people come to me and they get their readings, I'm not just like any other reader. I'm not just going to read your cards. I'm going to tell you how to get through it. I told you, not just we got to drop things from our past, but this is also doing a deep etheric cord cutting, doing spiritual bath, grounding and meditating, praying to whatever God or deity that you pray to. Do what you got to do, but I need you to get back to you. Because we don't need people from our past, our family, our friends, or anybody be taking what we have worked so hard and earnestly for. Whether or not people, like, I have family members that agree with what I do. I have family members that don't. But I'm here to say, like, I don't really give three shits. I'm going to do what I need to do because this is what needs to be done for the people as a collective. Now, if they can't see that, then, hey, they don't need to be here. But I'm here because, like, I have my mom that comes on here to support me. I have my brother I have brothers that come in and support me. I have a brother that doesn't agree with what I do. But he understands why I have to do it. Because I'm the only grandchild and the only person of my grandmother's line that is actually doing the work that she did. I'm here doing the work. Does she like me using cards? Not necessarily. She says she wants me to use more of my vision, but I only pull cards for you guys. But the cards are literally confirmation, because I tell you what I see, and then this is your confirmation. So Ms. D, this is your confirmation. Okay, this is your confirmation to step up, to get things done, because now's the time. Jump off all that stagnant stuff, release the stuff from our families that no longer serve us, so that when in those old traditional thinking, so that you can step out to who you truly are today. This isn't no, I'm not bringing you on no spiritual hogmog or anything like that. Hey, I believe in God's source. I believe in Mother Earth. I believe in my spiritual team in the universe. That's all I work with. I don't work with any other deities. I work with Ganesh, but besides that, I like I said, I work and I understand exactly every and all deities that I work with. I won't work with anything that hurts people. I literally have people that are doctors and nurses and lawyers that come to see me, and architects and designers. I have those people that come to see me, and it's because they need to release some of their stuff that they're going through too. And this is where we have to understand that as a collective, you're not alone. So Ms. D, I'm here to say you're not alone. It's just stepping up to that next level. So Ms. D, step up. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. Many blessings, light and love. Light and love. Please go ahead and share out the video. Subscribe to my page so that when I go live again, you will get the notification. So thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. If you're on my YouTube channel, if you're on my Facebook page, if you're on my anything that's being shared out, hey, thank you so much for joining us today. All right, Miss Demisha, let's see. Demisha Lofton, yes, that is what we need. I made a donation of just because, and I know how to find you when I'm ready. Awesome. Well, thank you, Demisha. So let me get to you real quick, because I do want to read for you. I don't know why I feel so drawn to you, but we're going to say something. We're going to say something. Something. All right. Share out the video, guys. Let's get the video shared out. Let's get it out here. I believe that my platform has shared it out everywhere. I hope my platform has shared it out everywhere. I'm actually simulcasting right now to many different platforms. So I am simulcasting, so hopefully it's being shared out. I really hate if it didn't. One second, guys. Something tells me it's not being shared out. Something tells me that it's not going where it needs to go. Hold on one second. Let me get it shared out real quick to this other group. We're going to be on here for a little bit longer anyway. Then I'm done. Because I got some things to do. I don't know. What you guys cooking for dinner? I don't know what I feel like eating today. What y'all cooking for dinner? I kind of went, you know, we only eat meat like maybe once or twice a month. I kind of want a good, I ain't had steak in months, but I know my iron's low. I'm trying to get it back up. I'm just trying to figure out why my iron's so low. And it's not like I have any menses or anything like that. Like I don't do that anymore. So I'm trying to figure out why my iron's low. So anyways, yes, Miss Amber, hello, beautiful. Amber, I'll put you on my free list. Amber, we'll get a reading for Amber. Demisha says, thank you for the reminder. I haven't had one. Uh-oh. Hopefully it's a good I haven't had one. Girl. Otherwise it's gonna be like, Eva, can you tell me the reading or the sex of my child? I get that too a lot. I get that too. I see a lot of people. I actually have told people that they're pregnant before their doctors could even tell them that they're pregnant. Sure have. Sure have. And doctors say, oh, it's too early to see. And I'm like, yeah, you're pregnant. Yeah, Miss Amber, I got you. Your video keeps jamming up, dear, on my end. Are you guys seeing me okay? Is it, because like I said, I'm simulcasting to different platforms, so I'm not sure it's all being seen okay. Are you guys having videos with it? Like, or is it just her video? Like, I need to know what's going on. Oh, it would definitely be a miracle. Hey, I would love to have another child. If I had one, it would definitely be a miracle. It would definitely be a miracle. I will, you know, we have one child. He's 12 now, and I had my tubes tied and all that other stuff, and I had an ablation done. And I love not having my menses. Let me just say that. I love not having my menses. I have all my organs, so I get all my hormones, but I love not having my menses. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, like, my husband and I think he's going through baby fever, because he's like, how much would it be to get your tubes reversed and all this other stuff? And I'm like, hey, what you talking about? and I want one. And then Spirit was even like, you know, you should have another one and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, between Spirit saying I should have another one and my husband saying I should have another one, it had me feeling some sort of way, like, look. And then I started seeing, like, my nieces, like my two nieces started having, like, they had their first baby, or my one niece had her second baby, my other one had her first baby. And I was just like, oh my God, I'm going through baby fever. And then I have people that I read for, and they are talking about babies. Girl, I am thinking about adopting. That is something I'm considering. But I was just thinking to myself, like, oh my gosh, right? I've literally been having baby fever. And I don't know, because I keep on telling people, I was like, hey, if you don't want your babies, I'll give you my address, or you guys go drop it off, you know, because I keep on seeing, like, people abandoning their babies outdoors and stuff like that. So I'm seeing, like, people abandoning their babies, like, outdoors. Like, there was one, I forget where it was, but I seen it, and this baby was so beautiful. And I was thinking to myself, like this baby was in the woods, and they were saying who knows for how long that this baby was out there, and it had to be like a day, like at least a good few hours. And I was thinking to myself, like, you know, and I know people get worried about things and they go do that, but, you know, take that baby to, you know, your local church, take that baby to a hospital. You could drop the baby off. I think it's at at fire stations. I think it's like no strings attached, right? And if you know, there are certain people in your local places that, like, I've been baby for the last few years. Girl, me too, right, Samira? Like, yeah, me too. Amber says me too. Yep. Hey, my point, I had lost a tube. Let's talk here. I had lost a tube, still was getting pregnant, having my other tube tied, burned, and then a partial. I got your payment, Amber. And then a partial, yes, it would be a miracle. Plus, I'm inactive, and my youngest was killed 5 years ago. Oh, sweetheart. No, I have a godson. That's awesome. Emily says, hey, I had to walk and kept the light on. Awesome. Thank you, Emily. But I used to be professional nanny. I have raised 11 kids. Awesome. Well, I mean, Miss Angela, that's so good to hear. I'm so sorry, like, my condolences that you lost your child. That is not something I even want to think about. I almost lost, like, my son was attacked by a dog, by my brother-in-law's dog, who was a pit bull King Corso mix. And that happened when he was, gosh, why do I feel like, I think it was like in 2018. Yeah, 2017, 2018. And if he wasn't going like this dog was like trying for his throat. So he was like trying to back this dog off. And my nephews were trying to like get this like banging, like like everything on this dog to get it to release. And this dog destroyed my son's arms, like his wrist, and like bit up his arm and like tore part of his ligament in his arm, in his upper arm. And I could show you the pictures. Like it would, like, I just remember getting my nephew coming to my house and saying, Aunt Eva, you need to get in the car. Something's happening, Jay. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I just got to my husband. So I just talked to him. He said, no, baby Jay. And I just looked at him, and I think I got so dressed so fast, like you couldn't tell me anything. And I remember running to the hospital, calling my husband. We both got there right on time. My mother-in-law tried to talk to me, and I just like, just leave me alone for a second. Like, I don't, like, she was trying to hug me. I said, where's my kid? Like, don't hug me, like, show me my kid. And then I get there to the hospital, and my brother-in-law is holding both of my baby's arms up in the air, and they're trying to get the bleeding to stop. And then it took them 8 hours to get a professional to the hospital to actually do his surgery. When I say that my son said that his life flashed in front of him, he says, Mommy, I thought like I was gonna die. And to this day, he holds no regret. He holds no issues. He holds no animosity for the situation. I had a little bit of issues with my in-laws after that because of how it had happened. And, you know, he has scars going up his arms and stuff. He will wear a short sleeve shirt. And then 6 months later, he wanted a puppy. And one of my husband's friends, he makes pit bulls, and I wasn't wanting them at all. I didn't want anything to have to do with a pit bull or cane corso. And I will say that we raised pit bulls all of our life, and it was hard. And we had literally a cane corso and a regular pit bull, and it just blew my mind. And the fact that, so I took him to his doctor's appointment. I remember going to one of his doctor's appointments because I tried my best to be at every single doctor's appointment. And at that time, the doctor, I was like, you know, what do you think about his mental capacity? Should I put him in therapy or anything like that? She's like, it completely goes to what you feel. And I was like, okay. And so she's like, but I'll, you know, see what I get from him. And come to find out, like, she's like, Eva, she says, I think he's really good. And she's like, I don't know. She says, so this is 6 months after it all happened. She says, I don't know any child where their bones have healed so fast like his. She says, I don't know what you ate when you were pregnant with him or what you feed your kid, but when I say this, the way he heals is like no other. It's like no other. She says, I've never seen a child like this. I said, it's interesting that you say that, because when he was born, the doctor put him on his hand doing a full belly on his belly, and the baby was doing a full plank. Like the baby was holding up his own head, his own tail, like he was doing a full plank. And the doctor said, wow, guys, look at this. And so the doctor at that time was really enthused with how the baby was doing. And the doctor asked what I had ate. And I said, well, we juice 3 times a day. Like I went through 3 Jack LaLanne juicers. I juiced every single day, 3 times a day. I ate salads. I ate fruits and vegetables. I was addicted to chicken salad and tuna salad sandwiches. And then I would eat some barbecue here and there. Like that's all I ever wanted. So when I say I ate healthy, I ate healthy. I ate to the best that I could. And then to hear both doctors from when he was born all the way up until 6 months after the accident talking about how his healing is, like, it's one of those things that, you know, sitting here thinking about it, like I could have lost my baby. Sorry. I could have lost my baby that day. And I said to myself, I said, but I'm the one who let him go with his grandmother. I'm the one who allowed him to go there for that birthday party. I could have said no, right? But at the same time, then I was meditating, and the source was like, but this is his journey too. And if he wanted to go, and you did trust the situation, and you trusted her, and you trusted the family, that they'd be watching out for your kid. And, you know, it's not necessarily all your fault. Don't do that to yourself. And now my kid, we're talking like what? So is that since 2018? So 3-4 years later, like, and I just asked him the other day, I was like, Papa, I said, I call him Papa, Pops. And I was like, Papa, I said, do you, you know, now thinking back on, and he meditates, he does all that stuff with us, guys, and I'm so grateful. And I'm like, Papa, I said, he'll tell me what I need before I even need it, like, especially spiritually or ETs. Like, he's like so in tune. My little child is so in tune. And I said, do you have any remorse or animosity or anything you feel like you need to get off your chest with that situation? And he said, I said, I know I asked you when you were younger. I said, but now looking back on it, do you feel some sort of way about it? And he's like, no. And I said, you don't feel, any way towards your grandma or Uncle T or any of the kids or anything? He said, no. He said, because I know I shouldn't have bent down there and hugged the other dog, because he bent down to hug one dog and she was in heat, and then the male dog attacked him. And they thought that the dog was tied up, but he wasn't. They had to put their dog down with the situation. But I held animosity for my in-laws, my mother-in-law, all the way up until last year. I forgave her for the situation because I was like, I put my child in your protection or in your custody, and I expect that if I allow my child to go with you, I expect that you're going to watch my child just as much as I would watch my child. I expect that, if my child's going into a household with you, you're going to watch my child. I don't care what's going on. I expect that you're going to have and pay attention to my child just as much. And I literally sent her this whole text about how I felt. She never responded back. And so after that, we have talked, and she just won't talk about it. But I just told my husband, I was just like, I had to let that go for me, because if I didn't, it was going to hold me back. And me being the spiritual teacher that I am today, I don't want to be held back. And that's something that I had to let go, because and now looking back, because my son already had said something about it before, but to reconfirm it just the other day was just on a whole nother level, because to hear my 12-year-old speak about it and say, Mommy, don't worry about it, I'm okay. It was, a learning experience. And then so after that, he got a pit bull. And so after we got the pit bull, the pit bull actually like nipped at him a couple times, or nipped at my husband and actually drew blood, and then nipped at my husband a couple times and drew blood. And that was like it there. But then I didn't think that it was going to nip at my son. And as soon as it nipped at my son, I said, the fuck out of here. Like, I'm not doing that. And that's just the way that is. Right. And then after that, yeah, we don't do that here. So then after that, what I will say is that when it comes to children, like, if you got them, please give them all that you got, right? That's never an easy situation, right? Thank you. I'm glad to share the story, because obviously it's something that needed to get out, right? So, and if it's something that needed to get out, maybe it's something that it's that, that person needs to hear, because to hold that animosity in, it does something bad in your energy, and it could cause that grief and that depression to be that much more worse. And it's hard. And not just that, but Amisha, I actually have worked with several cases here in town to help solve murders. and not just to help solve murders, but I have also spoke to people on, like, I've dealt with this live on TikTok with this girl, and so I helped her mother to solve her murder, and also to give her mother the messages that she needed to as well, to help that. And so, I mean, we can always go in and do a one-on-one, but when I say that, that is a hard situation. You know, that is a hard situation, just because of all the work I know I had to do, but not just all the work that I had to do, but all the work that had to be done on my soul for just that little situation, that with the thought of almost losing my son like that, it just did something to me. It really did. And so when I say that the stuff is hard, yeah, the stuff is freaking hard, right? Like, it's really hard. I don't care if you've lost somebody, or, you know, and or what you do, like, it just makes you feel some sort of way. Amber says, when we are adults, they're with kids or not, they are all parents, and you help watch all the kids, even if they aren't yours. I so agree with that. Like, I so agree with that. Penelope says, sadly, family members don't always look after and watch our babies the way we do. I'm sorry, but y'all been through, and that's the truth, right? And that's something that I realized, like, that was something that I had to, you know, deal with. And that's not something that we wanted to. So it's not something that anyone should have to deal with, right? So, and those people that have crazy thing, I'm here in the kitchen cooking through my emotions, girl. Well, let's try to uplift your emotions, though. Let's try to uplift your emotions, because I don't want you to cook your food and then your food come out all messed up, or you're not feeling it. You know what I mean? But when I say, like, you know, we all go through things. We all go through things. And right when that happened to my son, let me just say, so I had my surgery. I had surgery in May 1st or May 2nd. I had back surgery on my spine because I had 2 herniated discs, and they tried to go in there and fix it. And you say it just went backwards and reverted just 2 years ago. I mean, I had to have another surgery, and I just don't want to get it done. That happened. My surgery was in May, and my son got attacked by the dog in June. And yes, miracles do happen every day. So when I say that I felt like everything was coming down on me, like, I felt like everything was coming down on me. And so it goes back to me saying, you know, at the beginning of the video, you know, we all go through things. And when you feel like, I don't care how gifted you are or what you go through, when I say, like, and I can't even tell you, like, the stuff that had happened before that, I had found out some other stuff in my relationship that was almost damaging, that almost broke up my family. And so I had found that out. I had back surgery, and I found that out the month that everything was happening with my son. And when I found that out, like, so I had my back surgery. My son went through his thing. Then I found out the stuff that happened in our relationship. I won't speak about it, but all of that happened at one time. I couldn't take it anymore. I was punching everything. I was ready to walk away. I was ready to run. And when I say that, God's source literally said, stop. Do not act out in your emotions. God's source at my spiritual team at that time was saying, stop, don't act out in your emotions. And no matter what he said, like, no matter what my husband said, it just went one in one ear and out the other, because I was acting in my emotions, right? Now, with that being said, did our relationship go through ups and downs and ins and outs? Yes, that's a whole different story. But it's just literally been one of those situations where you look back at your life and you realize that sometimes the things that you go through, like being a shaman, some of the stuff that we go through, we understand that we go through them because, I'm a shaman storyteller. So some of the stuff that I go through because I have to tell somebody else how to get through that. Because if I can't get through that, then I know that you can't get through that. I can't help someone else to get through that. And that's what my journey is. So no matter being that shaman storyteller, people say, oh yeah, I want to be a shaman. Are you sure you want to be a shaman? Because we go through some things that will make you flip your head and make you not want to be a shaman at all, because some of the stuff that we go through, like, it's literally really, really hard, like really hard in life. And you're asking for some stuff that you have no idea about. You're asking for stuff that you have no idea about. You're asking for to go through some things that you have no idea about. I could give you a whole life story from growing all the way up from the south side of Chicago, getting shot at, all the way up until the most recent stuff. And it will literally flip your whole mind. But because of that, I can tell you how to get through things. I can tell you what works for the mind and what don't work for the mind, because I've been there, done that, had the fucking t-shirt and blew the shit up. Like, that's just me, right? And so because of that, what works for a lot of people, I have noticed, being able to speak to those that have passed on, that is one of my fortes. That's what I love to do. Okay. Yes, I speak to those that have passed on. So Demisha, that is one of my things that I do. Okay. When I do that, and when I channel that energy, and yes, I do them on the lives. Okay. Someone told me, be careful what you wish for. Yes, that is so true. But on one of my lives, on some of my lives, when I go live and I bring in people's loved ones and stuff like that, understand that even though people say, oh, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't mess with the soul that has passed on, what I will say about that is that for those people that say that, is that you guys are phony. You guys have no idea what you guys are talking about. Because with our belief system, being Native American and our belief system is that no matter if the soul has passed on or not, they always want to communicate. They always want you guys to know that they're okay, or that they're still around, that you're loved, like, hey, like, we're still here. And the more and more I get advanced into that level, I'm getting clear names, I'm getting what happened to them. They're giving me images of stuff that is happening in people's lives. Like, hey, these pillows have etchings of this person's name on it. And why am I seeing this pillow that has names on it and around the grandmother? And they said, well, the grandmother made these etchings of the grandfathers of their t-shirts into pillows and brought every kid's name on it. And I said, you understand, like, I had no idea. And then they'll show me the actual pillow or the actual situation, like, this is what he's talking about. And then they'll say, how did you know that? I don't know that. I'm telling you what your loved one's showing you. What they're showing me, that's what I'm providing you, right? How would I know that? I wouldn't know that. And so because of that, when I say that your loved ones are around, they're around. They're around. They're listening. They're watching. They hear your cries. They hear your pains. They hear everything that you're going through. And a lot of the times they want you to understand that, Mommy, I'm not alone. Like, I literally just heard, Mommy, I'm not alone. So understand, I don't know, Demisha. So as soon as I tapped into your energy and I'm starting to read for you, like, that's literally, Mommy, I'm not alone. So understand that your loved ones that pass on, it's like they have a whole family reunion on the other side of, like, all of your loved ones. And because when they say they're not alone, not just do they watch over us, but they're literally here with us. So they're here with us, and he's telling me he's not alone. And there's grandparents or ancestors, or there's great grandparents that are there with them. There's people that loved him still there on the other side. And so even though we don't have him here in the physical form, he's not alone. And I don't know why. Take it for what it is. I keep on seeing a color shirt that is literally this color. I see a shirt that's literally this color. So I don't know what the purpose is, or why this person or the spirit is showing me a color that's this color, but I feel like this has to be your son, and this is the color that he's showing me. I don't know what that means, but take that for what that is. So there's that. So with that, and not just that, but he's talking about honoring me, or if you guys honor him on his birthday or something about his birthday, because he's showing me something about his birthday, and I don't know if it's like sending off balloons or like that whole family, like I feel like, or if you get like, I don't know why I see like a cupcake or birthday cakes, or if you know, or if you've been wanting to do it, because he's saying, like, he's showing me that. Okay, so that's what he's showing me, because he said, because it's something about either his anniversary or his birthday, but I feel like he's showing me honoring him, like remembering him. When they talk about honor, that's really remembering. And then I see a red rose. The red rose is all about love, because he's like giving me a red rose, but he's also showing me a yellow rose. The yellow rose literally is all about, so the red rose is about love. The yellow rose, when they show me the yellow rose, is literally to uplift the soul. So this means that either, you know, you, since he's passed, you necessarily haven't been yourself. And I completely understand that, right? If this was literally my child, like I really feel like I would not be myself. Yes, and I have an organization named after him, Winter Wonderland. Oh my God. Yeah. So that's your confirmation that your son is around, because he's recognizing that. So that's good to hear. Sometimes I get emotional too, guys. Like if spirit's emotional, that's coming through, like I'll get emotional, because it's just like, he's just like, I love her. I miss her. I miss my family. He said it's been hard, because he's sitting here with me, and it's as if he has me, it's as if he has me like down by a river, and it's as if he has me down by a river, and as if I am literally have my head hang down, because I feel like I'm sitting, because down here in Dayton we have like a little riverscape where we walk past, and like we do walking by the river. And it's like as if he's wearing this t-shirt, this color, and then he's wearing a pair of jeans with this t-shirt, and he's literally talking about his head is hung down, and he's like, he's sad, but he's glad that this situation is happening, like we're talking to him, because he's like, I needed this. That's why I'm in the kitchen cooking, because I know he's around. Yes, he says, I needed this. He says he needed this. He says it's not all about everybody else. I needed this because I felt detached. Today is rough, and I don't understand why. Yeah, I feel like it's because he's true. So understand that when spirits are around, if they're feeling some sort of way, you'll feel some sort of way. Just like I said, like I don't always get emotional when I'm doing my readings, but if I do, it's because that spirit's feeling some sort of way. So if things are feeling thick and something feels like that, like it's literally that kind of a feeling. It's he's missing you. He's missing his family. Okay, so be that as it may, with him missing his family, and does he have, okay, so you said that he was the youngest, but I feel like there's an older brother. I'm not sure if, but for me it's like he says brother, sister, but for what or someone like a sister, but he's talking about the siblings, because he's talking about the siblings and missing people. He's talking about missing people. I haven't cried like this in a while. I've been trapped in my own head. I understand. I get it. You don't understand, like that is one of the top things that I hear, is people literally feeling trapped in their own grief. I the way that spirit makes me feel, the way that people always make me feel, like I gather that. And he just needs, like, it's just him being in his emotions right now. So the energy could be real thick. But let me also say that, buddy, it's not okay to always stay in these emotions, because I don't necessarily feel like he's always okay. His siblings is all older than him. Okay, so understand that he misses them. He misses them. And I don't know why. Okay, take this for what it is. I don't know why, but I feel like he's making me feel like as if I'm riding with my sibling or riding with my brother, and we're listening to music and we're just chilling, and it's just like he's He's saying like, I miss this kind of a thing. I miss this kind of an association, this chilling with my family. Like, I miss the cooking. I miss the hanging out. I miss the chilling with my family. Like, he's making me feel like I miss this. His siblings is all older than him. His dad and I have been separated for 3 years. So sorry to hear that. He has a rap song. Interesting. Because that's what I feel like. I'm in the car listening to music with my brother. So I'm not sure if the brother listens to his music and remembers him or whoever has it, but understand that he's making me feel like he hears it or he's still there. He's still there. Okay. He's still there. He said, always, always. I'll always be there. I try to put a lot of family events, bring family together. Yes, please continue to do that. Please continue to do that, because when I say that he keeps on surrounding me with a, like, I feel like a brother that is upset about the situation. Like, I don't, like, was he murdered? Because he makes me feel as if people are upset with the situation. And I don't feel like you guys have the complete understanding of this whole thing. And this is like, we need to go in, like, if we want to go in deeper, we go in deeper. We have poster boards of him, people dancing with him. Yes. So he's making me feel as if, like, regarding on his murder, like, there's still a lot of unanswered questions for you that I feel like he wants to sit down and speak about. So with that, let me just leave that there, because we could go in here forever. And I know I don't necessarily have that time on a live. So I just want to go ahead and, you know, when you do have time, get with me. I do have one-on-one sessions that we could do this with. I always running deals. You guys can always check me out at www.shamanicphoenixguidance.com. www.shamanicphoenixguidance.com. Check me out on my Facebook page at Shamanic Phoenix Guidance by EvaMarie. Friend request me at EvaMarie Thompson. You guys can text me at 937-791-9542. Check out my YouTube pages. I'm everywhere. Okay. But let me just get to the cards, because it says Caterpillar, and it says that there's opportunities. So they're talking about opportunities that are around you. And unfortunately, sometimes it's hard for us to see them. They say covenants and contract, and something is not fulfilled. So they really talk about contracts. So as if something, I wonder if this doesn't have to do with his murder. So I feel like there's a contract to kill him. I feel like there was a contract to kill him, or someone put a hit on him, or someone, like, as if someone told someone to do this. Because the way that this makes me feel is that even though you might try to kill me, you can't kill my soul. Even though you might try to kill me, you can't kill my soul. So as if something had happened that had to do with jealousy. So jealousy, opportunities, whatever. But it's just like, there's so much here. There's so much here. Okay, there's so much here. But literally, with the totality card in a reverse position, he's like, look, I don't care, I'm not going. He says, I'm not going, I don't care, you might have killed my physical body, but watch what happens. Like, I feel like as if either, it's almost as if he's like, I'm gonna haunt that motherfucker to the end, or as if it's just like he wants to take it. He's like, you ain't seen nothing yet, watch what happens next, because that's the way karma works. So I'm not sure if what he's saying is like, no matter what, I'm gonna go ahead and take it to the next level. So you might think that you might have got me, but watch what happens next, because karma is gonna come in and pay that person that had put this contract on my head, or that has the person that was a shooter. Like, he's like, I'm going to watch what happens, because he's like, I'm gonna be sure that something happened, like, as if karma's coming in. Like, he just keeps on saying, like, so that's I'm gonna leave that for what it is. Okay, because he wants to, like, he's like, I want to take it there. And I understand his anger, and I understand his frustration. I do. And then the card in reverse, the next one says Eyes of the Eagle. It says rising above the fray, rising above the situation, in order so that you could find peace instead of staying in this emotion and in this flesh feeling. We got to find peace within our soul. We got to find peace within our soul. And then in comes straddling worlds, and says wandering between the realms. Okay, so like I said, I don't necessarily feel like he's settled, and possibilities are coming up. So they're saying, like, there's possibilities that, you know, like I said, he's looking out for everything, but I'm sitting here telling him, like, look, it's okay. So he's literally sitting here and he's just like, he's not settled because of the situation. He said, once we could talk about everything and get answers and questions and situations and names and yeses or nos situated with different names, then you will feel more complete and at whole with the situation for you and for him, because he's in his emotions, because he knows that you don't have all the questions that you need answered. He knows it because he's like, there's so much here. He's like, he said, this is the tip of the iceberg, because he shows me like the Titanic and breaking and stuff like that. So he's like, this is the tip of the iceberg. Like, we could really go into it. So, and then the last cards that are coming in, it says, gathering around the power of the community. You've literally been trying to uphold your community, uphold your togetherness with the family, and that is great. And then it says, dream thief. It says, refusal of the call, refusing to let go of the situation. And this is good because this is literally honoring him, because he's like, understand that he can't be at complete spiritual peace because there's so much here. There's just so much here. But he's like, I'm okay, because he says, the exhaustion card's coming in reverse position. He's like, oh, I'm okay. I'm good. I'm not gonna let this stuff bother me. I'm gonna be okay. Even though I might be wandering between the two realms, like, I'm still okay. But mama needs to know that I'm still here. Mama needs to know that I'm still here. So with this, mama, he wants you to know he's still here. Like, that's literally his words. Like, he makes me feel like, mama, I'm still here. So be that as it may, that's your communication. So thank you for allowing me to read for you and to channel your loved one. Many blessings, light and love, my darling. Thank you, thank you, thank you. She says, I have been exhausted. Girl, I could feel the energy, because he's, like I said, he wouldn't be coming through like this if he didn't feel some sort of way. So thank you, Miss Demisha, for allowing me to read for you, sweetheart. Many blessings, light and love. All right, so my next one's going to Miss Amber. Hold on, before I do Amber, who's still here that is, so I don't just, is Miss Will still here? I'm not sure if she's still here. She might be going. Miss Angela, are you still here? You're so welcome. I'm glad to read for you. Awesome, Miss Angela. So I'm gonna do Miss Angela, then I'm gonna do Miss Amber, because I know Miss Angela has been on my free list for a second, and she's been watching and watching and watching from the very, very beginning. But we've been on here for a total of 2 hours and 21 minutes, so bear with me. I'm gonna do Miss Angela, and I'm gonna do, yep, I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I'm gonna do Angela, then I'm gonna do Amber. Thank you. Brianna says, love it. Thank you. Look, I'm always glad to help people. Like I said, people might pay for one thing, but if spirit says I need to speak on something else, hey, I'll speak on whatever it takes. The difference between me and all readers is that I'm not just giving you a card reading. I'm going in detail. And then after I go in detail, if I need to, so I remember when I first started on the lives back in 2018, someone was like, your lives are taking too long to get through your whole list. I was like, I'm not just gonna pull a couple cards for you. I'm trying to get you lifted and show you something else. So I'm sorry, go find another reader that can read, that wants to take their time, or just wants to pull cards. But I'm not trying to tell people what they need to hear, because this might be my only interaction with them for the rest of their life, and I need to make it count. So whether or not if you're looking for a quick card read and you don't have patience, hey, go find yourself another reader, because that one ain't me. It truly isn't. It's not me. I'm not fast at my readings. Can I be fast? Yeah, but if I want to be random, yeah, I can be fast. If I want to just pull 2 cards and call it a day, yeah. But if spirit's wanting, even if I get a free reading and spirit's saying I need to talk about something, I'm going to talk about that something. The reason being is because if I talk about something, even if it's a free reading, like, you would want to know if your mother or father or your son or whoever came through, like, wouldn't you want to know that? Right, Samara, like, yeah, exactly. Patience is a virtue. And so because of that, I literally go by what I see. I can't stop that. I can't, and I don't go, and not what I see, but I literally let God source spirit and everything else, I let them talk. I let that other spirit, from pulling a spirit through, I let them talk. Because if I was on the other side, I would want someone to let me talk. Just let me talk, right? So please have patience. That's all I ask. Anytime that people are getting readings with me, just have patience, because when it's your turn, it's going to be well worth it. Anybody on this live can tell you that has had a reading with me, it's well worth it to get a reading, because we go in deep, especially my weekly readings. Those really go in deep. Those always going deep, right? My lives going deep, but I'm just saying, like, there's just so much, right? Mr. Mary, yes, girl, thank you so much. I appreciate that. She says, you're amazing. Thank you. All right, let me do Miss Will and Angela. So, Miss Angela, what do I need to see from Miss Angela? All right, let me just speak about this. So understand that when I'm doing a free reading, that's just directly what I see, and it is what it is. So, Miss Angela. So, Miss Angela, as I go in here, let me just say this, because they're talking about, okay, so remember you talking about the whole, you're grabbing your wrist and your husband's feeling it, or just like having this one-on-one with your husband, because they show me not just a cord link between yours and his, like the crown chakras, but all chakras. Yeah, so I feel like you guys are divinely connected, but I feel like your crown chakras are like really connected. So it's as if what one feels, the other one feels, right? And that's truly what you want in a relationship. When you're one with your spirit, when you're one with not just your spirit team, but your lover, that other person, when I say you make that contract with that person, you make that contract with that person for life. Now, if you get divorced and things like that, and all that is done, and your God source and your God source is good to go, understand, like, that's a different situation. Like, then when you're with somebody else, it takes some understanding and some time, and but yes, you can have that connection once again. But I feel, for whatever reason, not just is this divinely connected, but I feel like this is because they keep on showing me you and him, and they talk about a soul vibe, a soul vibe. Let me just speak on that real quick, because let me write that down. A soul vibe. Soul vibe in a relationship. Okay, so if you guys don't remember, go back and watch the last videos, because I talk about, it's not about the facade that people have. I don't care if you're dressed into the nines. I don't care if you're dressing in Fendi and this and that. I don't really care what you dress in. But what I'm saying is that it's not about the facade of what people dress in or what they're putting on their social media page or any of this or that anymore. It's not about that. It's more so, can you back up that stuff that you're talking about? Can you back that up? Can you back that up? That stuff of what people are talking about. Like, you could say that you're doing this and that, but can you back that up? Do you have what it shows? Because I'm not just talking about back that up financially or back that up like with what people are wearing, but can you back that up with your vibe? Does your vibe match what you're wearing? So if people's vibe ain't matching what they're wearing, why are we doing this? Okay, because your vibe, if you're wearing a lot of yellows and you're putting all this out here, like, yeah, I do this, this, and that, but your vibe sucks, baby, don't no one want to mess with you. I don't care if you're a man, if you're a female, male, like, if your vibe does not match, it's not even about people's characteristics. Like, I don't care about what they look like. I don't care about any of that. I don't. It's more so whether or not their vibe is good. And I feel like if people go somewhere with, if they have a good energy about them, they have a good vibe, they're truly willing to heal. Like, they might have been in a long relationship, but they can take that relationship and either they're going to go down with it, but if they're willing to heal, their vibe increases, and they're saying, okay, yes, they're healing, yes, they got a good vibe, they have great characteristics, yes, they're funny, they're this, they're that. And I feel, for whatever reason, Miss Angela's like, this could be the whole package. When a relationship is at its whole package, and we talk about the soul vibe of a relationship, they're saying, when you are one within your relationship, the soul vibe that it has is that I don't care, baby, if you are directly next to me or if you're 1,000 miles away from me. I want to be able to say in my mind, like, hey, baby, how you doing? And you tell me, and through my mind, that everything's okay. And then automatically, then you text and say, hey, babe, how you doing? Like, I want to be on that kind of level. And if we're not on that level, like, we don't need to be doing this. So we talk about the soul vibe in a relationship. Okay, that's what we talk about, Miss Angela. So they're talking about your relationship with your husband has that soul vibe. It has that soul vibe. You guys have not just have that connection, on every other level, but you can truly have that connection. If something is lacking, they could get better. Okay. And with that, they're saying this, like, I don't know why they make me feel, but they just said like never dull. So I'll just leave that there. So I feel like never a dull moment, never dull situations with them. Like I feel like you guys truly complete each other. And yes, you guys might have went through some things, but you guys truly have some type of like this tie that is just like, wow, like this is a good feeling. This is such a good feeling. So when I say that you have that soul vibe in this relationship, you don't care whether or not he has Walmart clothes on or name brand clothes on. His vibe and your vibe, when we're connected, baby, can't no one top this feeling. And that's the vibe that I have in my relationship right now. Despite everything that has went on in my relationship, in my relationship, we're at that level. We're at that level. Why? Because a relationship can heal despite everything that it has been through. It's whether or not both minds and both people are willing to make it work. If both people are willing to make it work, they could conquer everything. If both people are willing to make it work, okay, not just can we conquer everything, but we could work through everything because our minds are strong. We meditate together. When we have sex, it's that soul sex. When we do this, it's that feeling like, man, that was needed. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Like when I'm one with somebody, like I want to, like when I'm one with my husband and we're on that vibe, like when we do our thing, like we do our thing and it's deep in your soul, like you feel it. It's not about just having sex. It's not just about, doing the deed, but it's literally doing what you got to do. Where did I find that, Eva? I'm joking, girl. It's literally about elevating yourself to that next level. And let me tell you something. When you elevate yourself to that next level and you're one with your God source and you're grounding, you got your universe going on and you're grounding with Mother Earth, like, and not just that, but they told me on a whole new level of manifestation. When we get to manifesting in a whole new level, it's literally not just being in this soul level, but it's also about choosing which connection and thought process you're going to be in. Are you going to be in that millionaire mindset, or are you going to be in that depression and then go and trying to meditate? Like, no, let me jump into my millionaire mindset and then let me start to write my manifestations. Let me get on the right kind of tunes so that we could keep that up. Now, when you are doing everything that you need to do in a relationship, that's when that soul vibe pops. And that's what I'm talking about. And let me tell you something. If your relationship ain't got the soul vibe in it, we need to do some working on something. Okay, in any relationship. And now let me tell you, men and women, when you all get y'all self together, I don't care, 85% of relationships that have issues in it, cheating or whatever the situation might be, 85% of them do not leave each other. 85% of marriages, even though that there's some type of adultery, they don't necessarily break up. So when I say when people can truly work on it and both people want to make that happen, it can happen. Okay, it can happen. Whether or not it's cheating, whether or not there's people that have addiction issues, like I don't care what it is. Baby, when we get that connection and we're one and we're meditating and we're, it's about a whole understanding of the mind, body, and soul. And it's just not that thing that happened to you, but maybe that person might be going through something. And maybe it might take your patience and understanding to help to heal that person. And are you going to be one with that person even afterwards? You see, that's the kind of stuff that I'm talking about. I want to be in a relationship where we're raising our vibe together. I want to be taken into that next level. Despite everything that we've been through, I want to be sure that we're good. And if we ain't good, then why are we wasting our times? Why are we wasting our times in relationships that you're in a relationship and the vibe is just temporary? Like it might feel good at the beginning, but after 6 months, baby, if after 6 months, that relationship, that honeymoon phase, after that honeymoon phase, if we ain't good, don't waste my time. If I can't feel that same vibe after 6 months, don't waste my time. Now, let me tell you something. Despite everything that we went through, we literally celebrated our 24th wedding anniversary. We literally celebrated our 24th wedding anniversary. So when I say that y'all can do it, y'all can do it. Okay? I just need y'all to understand that it's all about your mindset. It's all about your mindset. And it's all about the mindset of not allowing these people to enter into your relationship to take you down to those levels, or whether or not they're people or people's energy. Don't allow that negative energy to come on. I'm just saying. How's your mindset? Because baby, if your mindset's good, and like I said before, if you haven't watched my last 2 videos, what did I say before? What did I say before? When you're elevated, it's one of these things like, hey, baby, look, I'm up here. Are you going to climb up this bucket? Are you ready to heal? Are you ready to hear this? All right, climb up the bucket. Now, King, let me let me make your crown straight. And then he's going to be like, Queen, let me correct your crown too. Let me help to heal you. And it's going to take this dynamic between the both of us that's going to help to raise this relationship to the next level. And that's what I'm talking about. Now, not just is this relationship on that next level, but you're saying, wow, I'm really healing. I could really feel something here. And that's where we're taking it to. Because if we're not here, if relationships are not on this level, don't waste my time. Because what did I also say? If that person decides not to take that, look, baby, I'm trying to help you. King, I'm trying to help to mend you. Queen, I'm trying to help to mend you. And now, if you don't want to take up that bucket, there's nothing I can help you with. If you don't want to help to heal and you want to stay down there in that lower element, don't look. Let me recognize that. Let me recognize that that person ain't willing to heal, so that I may move on. Now, what's going to happen is that once you move on, what if it's with a mother-in-law that meddles and thinks that she comes before you? We can talk about that too. But let me just say this, that when that soul, if that person don't want to come up that bucket, then you're trying to literally replenish his well or replenish her well. And baby, if you can't see that I'm elevated, then don't waste my time. I'm trying to elevate you. You should want a man or woman that's going to take you to that level. Because let me tell you something that happens. In the universe. What happens is that the universe is saying, okay, they done dropped that piece of crap. Now what's going to happen is that now up this other side, the universe is going to be like, but dang, they don't need to be going through this cruel world alone. They should have someone that completes them on some level, right? They should have someone that literally attaches to them. And then you're on this whole other frequency. Come on, Spirit. Yes, come on. Yeah. And then you're on this whole other frequency. And what happens is that now, what's going to happen is that as you elevate, that on this other side, the universe said, oh, yeah, you're not going to walk alone, but we're going to walk together. And I'm saying, hey, I'm good with that. I'm available because, yes, I know I'm healing. And yes, I know I'm ready. So then what the universe is going to do is that they're going to bless you with 2 people. Technically, there's going to be 3 people that you're going to have to be with, but it's either 2 or 3. And let me tell you how it works. So what's going to happen is that that first person going to say no. But then after you get to go back to this other person, because now let me tell you something, the universe is going to say, let me bring you in somebody that's going to love you and cherish you and show you everything that you need and give you everything that you need. Now, it's not going to be someone that's your typical kind of a guy or girl or anything like that. It's going to be somebody completely different, but they're going to elevate you nonetheless, and they're going to help you to mend. And then what's going to happen is that you're going to say, that's exactly what I need. And he or she's going to be like, hey, you see me down here? I'm ready to heal. Can you look, baby, like we could really do this? And then he's going to be like, or she's going to be like, yeah, I can see that. Even after the first one, like there was that connection that we like, man. And then they're going to say, let's do it. Now, what's also going to happen as a spiritual test. So you're going to take this new person up. And as soon as you're getting ready to take this new person up, what's going to happen is that X down there is going to come hanging on that rope like, hey, I'm ready. I think I am ready. Like, I'm ready to heal. And then now, not just now, because either you're going to have that X, you're going to have this new one that's going to be completely different. And there's possibly a third one that's going to be like, hey, what about me? Now that third one, here's a problem. It could be either the second or third, depending on how it happens, but it's a spiritual test. And what happens is that then that third one might have characteristics the same as this first one. And it's up to you to say, I see that you have characteristics of this first one. Fuck you, fuck them. I'm down. Let me go over here. Hey, you ready to heal? You ready to do that thing? Yeah, all right. I got time for that. Now, you could deal with that other stuff because it's comfortable. And yes, you got those years of attachment. And yes, if you get your mind right and he gets his mind right, like we can make that happen. But at the same time, if we don't mesh, we just working back and forth. But you really, like that other person has got to make it happen. Like we've got to make it happen. Because what we're not going to do is continue to go backwards, right? We're not going to continue to go backwards. If I've tried this once, twice, try after the third, fourth time, like, I don't care how long, whenever your boundary is, then you say, okay, I'm done. Let me go try out this other person that's different, because obviously this other person isn't ready to heal, and I just don't have time for that no more. Those are spiritual tests that you have got to make. Which one are you going to choose? The guy down there or the girl down there that ain't truly ready to heal. But if we get our mind right, maybe one day when they are ready to heal, I'll be here. But they're going to have to truly feel that you've left. Once they truly feel that you left, then you can go back. Okay, so this is just the dynamics of relationships. So when a relationship does not have that vibe in it, this is what happens. This is what happens. Because this person is on this level, they're trying for something new. They're elevating, and universe is like, man, you're on that higher vibration. And what happens is that when you're on that higher vibration, scientists will tell you that when you're on a high energy and the other person has a lower energy, the high energy is always going to have to take the sacrifice and give to that low energy to help to level them up. But what I'm trying to say is that, baby, let's heal, because what I don't want to do is that if you don't do your healing, I don't want to go down, but king, queen, let me fix your crown, because I know my heart's mended, but I know that it's going to take you to encapsulate me. And baby, if you can't encapsulate me and truly heal yourself, I know that we ain't going to get to where we need to be. And I'm trying to level not just me up, but I'm trying to level us up as a relationship. That's just the way that works. And so because that comes in, that's just as I'm like, I don't know who needed to hear that, but hey, that's how that works. Okay, so the energy is going to go to that inward where it flows. So either someone's going to heal, or we're going to go somewhere else to where someone is ready to heal. It's your choice right now. I don't know who needed to hear that, because that just came into a reading of a married couple. So Miss Angela, to see and for this to come into your reading like this, people need to understand what it means to have a soul vibe in a relationship. That when we heal as one in a relationship. And then we level up from here. Like, you can stay on this plateau, but we're trying to take it to that next level. Right? So because of that, whoever needed to hear that, people, we have to understand that you're not going to be able to have that soul vibe with everybody, but you're going to find if they have a good vibe on them, that's the one you want to be with. Now, people are going to have that fake vibe. Yeah, I could do this, and yeah, I could do that, and yeah, the shit sounds good, but baby, can you back that shit up? That's what we get into is, look, yeah, you talking all this stuff, but baby, can you back that shit up? Because if you can't, like I said, I don't care if you're wearing Jordans or Nikes or you're wearing some Walmart shoes. I'll take the person that has a good vibe that's wearing the Walmart shoes before I will with the person that's wearing the Jordans. I sure will, because that tells me that you spend way too much on your clothes right there. You might have it, and yes, I've been there and done that, but let me tell you something, you're still working in that materialistic world. You're still worried about what people care about or what looks like. I don't care about what people look like. I don't care what they look like, how they dress, as long as they have a good personality, they have a good vibe, and like I said, they can back that shit up. They can back that shit up. And that means that if you sit in here naked, can your vibe literally say, man, we good? Because I can see it in your eyes, like you're good with yourself. On every level. Like, I know not everyone's having complete leg, but I'm just saying, like, I don't care if you're wearing Walmart clothes. If you steadily standing in front of me, does your vibe shine? Does your soul shine? That's what I'm talking about. And I'm not saying that, let me just say this. There's street boys and street girls that do their thing. And yes, they talk that stuff. And yes, they might have stuff to be dealing with stuff with materialistic stuff. But let me tell you something. Sometimes they got good vibes, but if they steadily in the materialistic world and they don't have a good vibe, you need to understand the difference, because they're dealing with greed. And if they're dealing with greed, then we ain't got no time for that. You see what I'm saying? So because of that, I don't care whether or not you got you a good ass paying job. Motherfucker, do you got a good vibe? I don't care if you worked at GM for years. Do you got a good vibe? I don't care if you worked at any of these, you know, do you got a good vibe? You got a good characteristics? That's what I'm looking for. That's what people should be looking for. But people so worried about what their social media stuff looks like and how people are dressing versus truly what is in here. When people focus on in here, they're gonna start finding love in all the right places, not the wrong places, but all the right places. Right? You ain't got shit on now, so are you the same person without the materialistic shit? Exactly, right, Rihanna? Yes. So I don't know who needed to hear that, but let that be whoever it needs to be. You know, so with that, it's whether or not can we be on a vibe in a whole nother plane together after we do this? Because I want to get back to feeling like Will and Angela and talking about ESP stuff with my husband, and he's at work cutting wood, and I'm sitting here like feeling some sort of way, feeling like someone's going through something. I'm holding my wrist and trying to figure something out, and my husband can feel me holding the wrist. Like, that's what I'm talking about. I want to be sure that we can finish off each other's sentences and then some. And that's what we're talking about. So, you know, regardless of what we've been through, it's not technically what we've been through. Your past is your past. That person might have been going through some things, but it's more so whether or not this can work. Where can we level each other up to that next level? Because, baby, if we can't, then what are we doing wrong? You know what I mean? So with that, I want, you know, if you're on that ESP level with your babe, hey, make that count. That's a good feeling. Make it count. Make it count, right? So because of that, they're saying, hey, we've done our due diligence in our relationship. Let's do whatever needs to be done, right? So make if you're in a relationship, you need to make it count. If you're on that level, make it count, because not everybody's there, baby. Not everybody's there. I'm there with my babe, but not everybody's there. People want to be there. And if you are there, hey, congratulations. If you're not, look, let's get it. Right? Let's get it. Let's get someone that truly is. Look, go get you instead of those thugs, go get you a nerd. Okay, go get you someone that's into their books. Go get you someone that truly wants a female that can treat somebody well, versus those street thugs that truly don't have it all together. I don't care what color they are. You know, you do your thing. Like I said, I know some thugs that really do have good vibes, and they doing it. They know they're not greedy. They give back to the communities. They do what they have to do. Hey, and congratulations to them. You know, they know how to get in and out. I'm proud of you. But at the same time, you know when you're messing with somebody that has you, this one, and this one, and they don't care three shits about truly any of you, because all they truly care is who's doing them and what can they get and how does it benefit that person. That's dealing with a narcissistic, greedy ass motherfucker right there. Okay, that's all they thinking about. And I'm trying to get you guys on a whole nother level, because that's what you guys deserve. So go get you a book nerd. Go get you somebody else that truly wants to be with you, that truly has that good vibe, because I'm trying to get on that ESP level. So Miss Angela, the stuff that's coming out for you, so it's talking about strangers, it's talking about curiosity. But as this person's looking here, look, they got the dark side and the light side to them. And because of that, look, they know that they should just go with the flow of it. It's not just about the dark or light. It's more so, it's okay to walk on that gray side. It's okay to walk directly in the middle, because we know if we got to get dirty, we got to get dirty. We know if we got to do this, we got to do this. So it's did directly in our relationships. They're saying, you know exactly what each other need. Like being someone else's other side. Like they're making me feel like being someone else's other side. And then in comes the tidy house. And the tidy house says clarity and organization of the mind, body, and soul. Of the mind, body, and soul, taking it to that next level. And then it comes, it says first breath, beginner's mind. And this is literally a woman, and she has all these planets around her. So they're truly showing me, because they're saying she's gifted. So you truly have that connection with your spouse. And he is receptive to it. So that's why he is feeling it. That makes sense. And then Vanishing Mirror says ego sublimitation, blah, blah. But it's literally a mirror breaking. But through the dark, so you guys have had that situations that have come before your relationships, but now you guys know where you are. And that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So let that be the message. So thank you so much, Miss Angela. Many blessings, light, and love. All right. My next one's going out to Miss Amber. Miss Amber. Let's see, I've been on here for about 2.5 hours, and I only have like a quarter cup of tea left. I've been drinking all this tea for 3 hours. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Miss Amber. All right, I'm just gonna do what it is. You already know what it is because Miss Amber, I will say right now that your spiritual team, ooh, girl, they're really, really strong as always. But even more so right now, I'm not sure exactly what's going on where your energy is better. It could be just the way the planetary is working and stuff like that. But I feel like things are better despite you feeling like you're in like grief and the stuff that's happening around you. They said you have been sensing that your aunt is around because literally your grandmother comes through and she said, hey, baby, I know that we're going through a lot as one unit, but you have to understand that she's with me. So she says that she's with me. So she has, your aunt has crossed over. She is okay. She's on the other side. She's made it well. She's in the process of things. And your grandmother's here to say that she's not going to let her go until like things are processed completely. So I feel like for whatever reason, like, so when you come, when I call in someone's spiritual team, not just whether or not it's this grandmother or that grandmother, whoever they might be related to, when I call in your spiritual team, your loved ones are just going to start popping up. I don't care who they are. Like, that's just how it is. Like, I normally say, which loved one do you want me to channel? But I know Amber and I know her spiritual team really well. So because of that, you know, they always come through. If you guys haven't seen some of my past videos, you will see that her grandmother is always coming through for her. Always. So with that being said, when I say that she has her and that she's fine. She does, let me just say this, that she does worry about her son and she worries about everybody. And your grandmother saying it's time for you to turn inward, to release some of the baggage that you've been dealing with, so that you could be free. Because she says, like, we need to drop the bag so that we could be free. So I don't know what you're going through, but she's saying we need to drop something so we could be free, because whatever's going on around you, it's like you're taking it personal, and it's because of where your mindset is. You know, you're dealing with a lot of grief from the situation. It's just that it could be better. It could be better, because your grandmother keeps on saying it could be better. You need to be better. She keeps on saying she needs to be better. She needs to get back to herself. Okay, so I'm not sure if you're spreading yourself too thin or you're pancaking things. That means that you're going through something, you just keep on throwing pancakes on top, or you just keep on doing all this other stuff so that you don't have to deal with your grief or your depression, or you're going backwards in relationships instead of going forward, because you already know that shit's already done. And I don't know why you keep on going back. But at the same time, you need to understand that you will do better when you refill yourself and quit trying to refill everybody else. How about some of that? Refill yourself before you fill anybody else, because the way that they have me make their feelings, like they're trying to fill you up, but yet you keep on giving your energy to somebody else. I'm not sure who you're giving your energy to, but whatever that they're making me feel, I don't care if it's friends, family, food, but they're making me feel like whatever energy that's coming through, like it could be better. Like it could be a ton better, and you know it. You know what you can achieve, and it's just getting there. Your cards are literally coming in reverse, so I don't know. Like you're going through some things. I just wrote this out this morning. Interesting. So with that, Amber, with your cards coming out in reverse, and I'm using a shaman. I'm using a Zen deck and a shaman dream deck. With your cards coming in reverse, we know where you could be, but I don't know why you're giving into the people from, like, the past. And you know what I mean? These readings combined as seems so personal. Yes, my aunt is okay. Yeah, she is. I am. It's a lot. I understand. But yeah, and Demisha, they can be. So when I'm reading for other people, like this could be people as a whole, right? So people are literally going through it. So because of that, Amber, like when we're giving energy to those that are in our past, it's almost as if here's what I'm seeing. You know me, I'm just gonna tell you what I see. It's almost as if people see that you're down and out, and I feel like they keep on beating you with a bat. I hope she understands why I wasn't there, but I love her. She was my best friend. Yes, she does. And not just that, but she's saying it's okay. She says it's okay because I don't want you to remember me that way. I don't want you to remember me that way. I want you to remember me when I was the healthiest and I felt the best in my life. That's how I want you to remember me. Not like, because she says no one should see anybody, because this is her belief. Like, she's like, no one should see anybody in their coffin because it gives you like that last image, versus saying, you know, I want you to remember me when I was my healthiest, when we're, you know, as a family laughing and carrying on together, especially for like around birthdays, around holidays, like especially last birthdays and last holidays when she was feeling her best, when she looked her best, when she felt her best, because she says that's when I was my best. And that's what I need her to understand, is that that's what I want them to remember me by, right? That's how I want them to remember me by. I don't want them to remember me with the other stuff how the other stuff was that I've been through, right? And so because of that, understand that she just wants the best for you. Like, she's talking about what's best for you. So with that being said, this is literally about, and not just that, but when I say like people are beating you, they're trying to beat you while you're down. Like, I don't know, they're just saying like enough is enough. They're saying enough is enough. Like, it's not okay to beat me while I'm down. I don't give permission to take. I don't give for anybody to take my energy that doesn't belong to me. Like, I don't need that. So because of that, they're saying take your time with things. Understand that you are in healing, but it's not okay for people to like beat a dead horse, is what they're saying, right? But they keep on showing me. I don't know why they show me, but they show me a horse, they show me a bat, and they show me a leech. So they show me these things, and they're saying because of that, they're saying that it's okay to take that step back and say, okay, you know what? Let me focus on me, because if I'm not the best me, I can't provide for anybody else. Okay, that's just the way that is. So with that, you know, take that for what that is. The cards that are coming out for you, Miss Amber, you're getting, it says first breath, beginner's mind. So they're saying, and this is in reverse. Remember, cards in reverse are literally what we have to deal with. So needing to get back to thyself, because you're not like getting back in line with yourself. I'm sorry, guys, we are being trolled. So if anybody could block that, that would be great. I'm not sure why this other page isn't showing me, but I am seeing it up on my feed. Sarah Berry, we do not allow you to be taking any energy. And because of that, you know, we send you greatness and happiness, but you're not allowed to do that. Like, that's not allowed. Why do people do that? Like, stop doing that. That's trolling. If you guys really want me to, I mean, I could be doing some stuff, and be sure that you guys don't ever do that again, but I'm trying to be nice and not do that to you. So please don't come to my live and troll. It's not appreciated. We do not allow anybody to take our energy. We do not allow people to take our clients. Go get your own. Go work for your own stuff, literally. So that's what I gotta say to my trolls before I get angry and do some things that you guys don't want me to do. I could turn your fucking world upside down if you want me to. So please go back and stop trolling my page before I really fuck some shit up in your life. That's what I'm gonna say. So enough of you trolls being on here. If you guys stay on here, understand that those that stay on here after I say this, watch what happens to you by the end of the night. That's what I gotta say, because I'm tired of seeing trolls on my life. Like, that's just how I am. Like, I'm done. I'm done. Like, they press my buttons. I'm done with the trolls. So be done with it, or you guys gonna have some stuff to pay, because I don't allow you guys to take my energy. We don't allow you guys to take any of our clients. That's how it is. No one wants to see you guys on here. Go away. Go get your own before I really fuck your life up. That's what I'm gonna say. Okay, you got the right one today. That's what I'm gonna say. So with that, if they continue to troll, then that's the one that I'll be getting with. That's just how that is, because I'm not on it. So Amber, the cards that are coming to us tonight, they're talking about literally going back in a rebirth of you. going back to a rebirth of you, because they come in, the cards are coming in as first breath. It says beginner's mind. And then the next one says heart and home and compassion, because so you're literally need to get back to you, because everything is everywhere right now. And understand that if you turn inwards, you're going to go ahead and get to where you need to be. But if you don't, you're going to start to feel some sort of way. So it said, take your time. Take your time with things, because where it is not where it should be. You're going through this because you're going through a rebirth. If we could get through this grief and this depression, the stuff you're going through, then yeah, you'll be okay. But right now, it's hard for you to see that. It's hard for you to process that. You getting your hair done? My son came in here without all his braids in. I was like, hey, what are you doing? Hold on 1 second, guys. Oh, this one is finally letting me block all users. Awesome. Because that every time I used to do it on before, it used to kick me right out. All right, perfect. That works. So the next set, Miss Amber, is the horn cactus, and it talks about resourcefulness, and then it says beloved. It says radical acceptance, and then it says change. So they're saying that you need to change your perspective of this whole situation, and know, you know that she's not, you know she's not gone. You know she's not gone. So because of that, they're saying, because you know she's not gone, we need to change our perspective of things, and you know that. You know that. Right? And so because of that, they're saying, you know what it is, right? You know what it is. So yes, you're going through a rebirth. If we could drop some of these strings of depression, and as far as going back in our past, if we can stop doing that, then we can come forward, deal with the grief. So deal with the depression of the things that are going on in your relationship and your lives, deal with that. But with the grief, so I feel like there's literally a big change in your life. Not just your physical life, but your spiritual life literally has big changes coming. So because of that, I need to take a step back and understand that you are literally in some spiritual turmoil, but you can get through it. And I get it, and I gather that. So the last set that comes in for you, they're talking about the Sky Dancer. And the Sky Dancer comes in, and as the Sky Dancer comes in, it says surrender your control. The last one is, look, surrender your control. Surrender your control to the situations that you cannot, that don't serve you. Surrender your control to the situations that no longer serve you. Okay? Surrender your control to that past, because it's making you feel some sort of way. Surrender your control to those things that no longer serve you. That's literally, you're in it. You cut out for a second. So they're saying that you're literally in it. So not just are you on that spiritual, you're going through spiritual turmoil, but you're also going through physical turmoil. And they're talking about surrendering your control. They're talking about surrendering your control. Okay? So surrender your control to your spiritual team. Let's get you through this, because your loved ones, as I said, she's already processing. She's good. She loves you. She understands. And she says she doesn't want you to feel some sort of way. She understands. So I get what you're going through. Now, because of this, I need you to take a step back, and I need you to work on whatever's going on in your love life and on your friends, everything. Like I need you to just like I completely want to put you in a spiritual bath and just like protect you. That's how they make me feel, like I need to protect you, because you're going through way too much. It makes no sense to me. There's no reason why you should be going through this much. Like literally, right? Thank you, sis. So thank you, Miss Amber, for allowing me to read for you. Many blessings, light, and love. Thank you to her grandma. Nice to see you again. Nice to meet you, Auntie. Thank you so much for coming through. Yes, I am her spiritual coach, and yes, I will be here for her through every turn. So thank you guys for coming through. Many blessings, light and love. You guys can obviously see I'm getting tired here. What am I doing? I need some sage. So thank you guys for coming through. All right. My next one is going here. I need to do a free reading. Is Samara here? She shared the video to a group, and I just wanted to give her a quick free reading. If she's not here, then I'll go ahead and move on to Miss Veronica. Miss Veronica, do you have a question, or would you like me to channel somebody? I see you sent the money for channeling. Who would you like me to channel, honey? Entirely too much. Yeah, you need to get back with me, Miss Amber, so we can get on some sessions and we could get you back to where you need to be. Like literally. We need to get back together. I need to get you back to where you need to be, because you're going to be all right. I can tell you that, but you definitely need some counseling. I need to take you under my wing and get you back up to this level. That's what I'm doing, y'all. If you guys ain't watched my last few videos, go watch them after this. Get elevated with the energy, because it's literally, we're building on elevation of the mind, body, and soul as one. Okay. All right, Miss Samira. And then I'm going to do Miss Veronica. Do you have questions, or do you have someone that you would like me to channel for you? Samira, as soon as I call in your spiritual team, there's this little lady that comes through. I came to learn. You are amazing. Always learning from me. Oh, thank you. Miss Samira, every time I don't know why, I don't know who this, she says that she's a great grandmother from the mother side. A great grandmother from the mother side. She's a little lady. She's a little lady. She says to tell you that I'm here, because I said, well, why do you come forward? She says because she needs to know that she's protected, and that we're here for her, watching out for her, and that it's more so that she finds control and trust within her own life too. So literally the stuff that I've been speaking for is literally about controlling our lives, because if you guys haven't tuned in, we literally been talking about releasing. What was the topic of the day? Look, it's been so long. I've been on here for 3 hours. Removing those things that are stressing us, and enough with working for that slave money, but versus working for what you love to do. So that's literally what we've been talking about. We've been talking about prana. We've been talking about life energy, and using that life energy, knowing when to ground, knowing when to balance, knowing when to do your work and taking it to the next level, and understand that we're not alone. So I literally am I'm gonna have to do a Patreon, because spirit, the way spirit has me working right now, like I have so many topics, like I have so much information that I want to share with everyone. And I just feel like a live video, because I want to do my readings, but I feel like I've been talking a lot versus really wanting to do my live. Like I really want to read you guys, and that's what I want to do. But spirit comes in, and I can't stop spirit from talking. And when you guys know how I get worked up when spirit comes in. And so when spirit comes in and we're talking about things, like I can't stop them. Like, who am I to stop them, right? Like I'm just like I'm a vessel to my spiritual team, to that which is holy, righteous, and pure. So, like if people come in, they get a paid reading, like not just somebody doing that paid reading, but I'm going to give you everything, right? And I'm going to tell you how to get in and out of things. But just as you come in for a free reading, like if your spiritual team comes in and I have a message from your loved one, I'm going to have to tell you that message from the loved one, because I don't know if I'm going to see you again. But it's just a lot. So sometimes I got to say what I got to say. Hey, people do what they got to do. And so today we also talked about pranic energy. And for those that, let me do this real quick, because I'll do it at the end. You guys stay tuned at the end, because I need to talk to you guys about energy. And I want you guys to practice something, and it's called an energy bow. That's what I call it, and how to work with that. So if you guys stay tuned to the end, or you guys just watch it at the end, we'll talk about how to harness an energy ball, and then on later videos we'll talk about how you can protect yourself with that energy. But it's literally about activating those that are spiritual. I'm going to activate your guys' hands and take you guys to that next spiritual level, because I feel like there are people that can be doing some things with their hand, like literally putting hands on people and literally helping people. And that's what we need to do. We need to be able to activate our palms and activate our hands, and understand how to work with that energy ball, and how big you could get it, and work with that energy. And as you do, you could put it all over you and heal yourself through that pranic positive energy. Like you can do so much with this. This is what we call chi, life force. I don't care what you want to call it, but with this energy, you could do so much. So I'm gonna show you guys a little trick that I do, and how to work with your energy, so that you guys don't stay in this depressive phase, because you guys don't deserve it. You guys don't deserve to stay in depression. Okay. So my spiritual team is full of family. Girl, yes. So I see this little lady. Anyways, struggle with too much energy. Yes. So this makes sense of why we need to understand how to ground our energy. If your frequencies are way too high, or if they're too low, like we need to understand how to uplift that. Because I wasn't feeling my best when I came on my live. I mean, I was getting better, but I wasn't feeling my best until I got in with my spiritual team. Hey, Cherie. I'm struggling with too much energy. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how to balance that out. So stay tuned to the end of the video. My mother, it's her 5th year since she's been gone. Okay, so Miss Veronica, what is your mom's name? Okay. All right, let me do this free reading for Samira. Hello, Cherie. I know I need to probably get off here soon. We've already been working for 3 hours. I have a doctor I do need to return their call. I do have an 8 o'clock appointment too. A doctor client. I need to return her call. Alberta. Okay, I'll do that in 1 second. All right, let's see. Today's readings, if you guys haven't seen, all my readings from here on out, they're going to be posted as the same, but it's 5, 13, 20, 33. Those are going to be the readings 5, 13, 20, or 33. And those donations, you'll get what you need. $5 is 1 and 2 cards. $13 is 4 to 6. $20 is just a channeling. $33 is both a channeling and a reading. Just an FYI. All right. So with the little old lady coming through, she's talking about your protection around you. Okay, I don't know why, but my right ear is, so they're talking about you, but they're making my head feel really swimmy, and as if my energy, like you were saying, like not just is your energy too high, but they're making me feel as if are your ears ringing, or you getting pain in your ears. But I feel like my head is swimming. Why do I feel like my head is swimming? Do you have allergy problems? Like what's going on with the head? Because Samira, that makes me feel like like my head, not just is it swimming, like I just feel like I can't focus properly. I feel like as if you're going through some type of ascension, some spiritual ascension. Like I feel like you're elevating, but I also feel like either high ringing in my ears, or I have pain in my ears, or I feel like something like burning in my ears. But that's what they're talking about. So yeah, my ears are ringing, feeling plugged. Yes, sinuses. Okay, and that makes sense. Okay. If you're having sinus problems, guys, especially in your head, in this area, mucus, things like that right now, there's so much I could talk about, but there is a good neti pot would work. That's what we do, is like neti pots, or there is another thing that you could, like there's things that you put in your nostril and they like clean out your sinuses. But it's just not about being able to clean out your sinuses. I don't care if you use things or to help to clear up your sinuses. There's nasal sprays, things like that. I'll snap my bed. Sounds like me. LOL. Okay. So with that, aloha. Hello, Miss Trina. So and your ears are warm. Okay. Hey, Lulu. So with that, with the things that are going on in your head, we need to start eating. Remember, if you guys haven't listened to my past videos for the last 4 days, please go back and listen. We're literally building up about elevating of the soul to the next level. But people, not just like us, not just with this pandemic, I'm not even talking about the pandemic, but they're talking about with this newer ascension process. With the new ascension process, ascension is an elevation of the soul, if you guys don't know that. With this new ascension process, a lot of people are having major congestion, not a sickness, because they'll go to the hospital, they won't be sick, but they're having congestion. Or if they're not, like if they don't have like a lot of mucus, then it's just like they're inflamed, and they're inflamed in their head, like from here all the way into their sinuses, and they'll go get checked out and it won't be no COVID or anything like that. And they'll say, no, you're not sick or anything. They might give you like some antibiotics to clear some things up. But when I say, like, Spirit showed me that people are going through this ascension and they need to learn to eat healthier, it's literally they're saying there's certain foods that we can eat, what we call high pranic energy foods. And go look it up, guys. I'm just telling you the topic. Go look up high pranic energy food. There's 3 different levels to pranic energy food. Go look it up. And I'm talking about pranic. And because of that, there are certain foods that are higher elevated. And so when we're going through ascension, we need to stay on that upper level of eating, like our fruits, our vegetables, trying to stay away from meat. There's certain foods that are on that higher elevation. And so because of that, because there's higher pranic energy foods that we need to be eating, especially when we're going through our ascension process, because if we don't, what happens is that we can go lower, or we can stay this way, like stay on the same level, or we could go lower, but you want to stay level, especially, like I said, if you're going through an ascension process, stay on that higher level. So please watch what you eat. During this time of ascension, it's very important to eat what your body's calling you to eat. If you feel like you need to be eating a salad, eat that salad. If you feel like you need to be eating chicken and stay away from the red meat, hey, do what you do. Whatever works for you. But I'm just telling you what Spirit showed me. So you guys do what you do. There are foods that you can eat that will help to decrease the mucus and the inflammation in your sinuses. If you guys have not paid attention to the herbs that I am giving you at the beginning of the videos, because I literally do a spiritual tea time with EvaMarie, and we talk about the teas that I'm drinking. Today's tea has oolong, green tea, tension tamer, turmeric, and ginseng. Turmeric and ginseng and honey will always be in every single tea that I drink, but we're always adding to it. So please, please, please eat for life, eat for your health, eat for, living. Don't just eat just to eat, but eat for true living. Eat to elevate your mind, body, and soul. Eat for that higher perspective, right? Yesterday, I didn't even want to eat, but juicing, it should be, yes. And that's the thing, is that you need to talk to your body, right? So we are literally fasting. Me and my family, we fast every Sunday. And we also have been eating on that higher vibrational of energy, fruits and vegetables. I've been trying to cook better, things like that. And it's important for us to get back to that, because our bodies, especially during this time of year, not just does it deal with a lot of inflammation, but it also does deal with a lot of mucus in our sinuses. But literally during this time, like Spirit said, this is not a sickness. This is an ascension process that they're going through. And yes, your heads might be swimmy and full, but during this time, be sure that you're meditating, be sure that you're grounding, you're eating your soups, you're eating the things that are calling to you, because they're calling to you for a reason. And please take a great organic multivitamin. Drink your herbal teas. Let's get to grounding, things that we need to ground. And I'm talking about ground your teas, literally grind your teas. Let me just say that, not ground, but grind them. Do what needs to be done in the mind, body, and soul, right? That's what I'm talking about. When I say eat to live, that's what I'm talking about. Eat to live. Eat to live. It's about elevating the mind, body, and soul. It's not about us staying stuck in these other energies that they don't need to be in. And yes, I had a question the other day, and then let me just address this question. Yes, you can eat plant-based meats as long as it's calling to your body. Yes, you can. It's just what their products, their byproducts and stuff, it just depends on how those foods and vegetables end up on what we call the pranic energy. So there's like different foods that we can eat to, like I said, elevate the mind and body. And that's what we're talking about. Do with the information what you will, but that's what it is. So just telling you what I feel, Miss Samara, that makes me feel like you got full-headed. And so because of that, sometimes you don't feel like grounding and meditation is working. So for me, there's also this thing that we use. I think it's like anywhere from, it's like $100, but it's almost like a neti pot, but you put it in your nose and it's going to cycle through your sinuses. It's going to cleanse your sinuses with literally salt water. And so that helps so that you don't have that inflammation in your sinuses. Like, we need to start getting creative, guys. Like, if we're putting stuff in our body that does not work for us, why are we doing it? Why are we doing it? Makes no sense. Cards that are coming out for you, Samira. It says lost in space, needing direction. So I'm glad that you came here, glad that you're coming to learn. But they're literally talking about like taking you and elevating you. But look at this, this is like an angel. In this angel's mind, look at how the light is above her, right? So this is literally, I feel like you ascension, like you're going through it. And then in reverse, you're getting the wall, and it talks about obstacles. You're going through obstacles. but they're making me feel as if you're in a process of these. So I wouldn't necessarily just, you know, get some rest, work on you, ground you, meditate, some good vibrational food, some good, literally spiritual vibration, like taking it there. And then the last card for you comes in, it says Dragon Sword, and it says protection of the future. It's in the reverse position. So if they're saying to get through this ascension process properly, even though it might hurt, even though like the stuff that we're going through spiritually sometimes hurts and we sometimes feel spiritually attacked, understand how to handle that. Understand how to handle your own mind, body, and soul, because if we don't understand how to understand or how to deal with our own mind, body, and soul on not just a physical level, but also on a spiritual level, and how to do our research and just continue to move forward. Like if we don't start thinking about these things, guys, like we're going to feel stuck and we're going to feel depressed and we're going to feel like there's something more that we just can't touch. So understand that they're saying there's so much more that you can do. Okay, so just leave that how it may. So thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. All right, my last reading, and then I'm out of here. Hello, Miss Lulu. Happy belated birthday to you. Happy belated birthday. All right, I'm on my last reading. If you guys didn't catch me on time, I will be live every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We fast on Sunday, so I'll be fasting from social media on Sundays unless I have to actually record a video, which I am going to start doing. So, and Wednesdays is my personal time with my family, so that's that. I do see clients one-on-one. I do one-on-one sessions. I have a YouTube page. I have all kinds of stuff getting ready to happen. You guys can always catch me at www.shamanicphoenixguidance.com. SHAMANICPHOENIXGUIDANCE.com. ShamaniCPhoenixguidance.com. If you need to text me, you know my number, 937-791-9542. And remember to friend request me at EvaMarie Thompson. Yes, I do have 2 different pages, so be sure that you are actually following the right page. It's me, and it's pretty much the one with my red hair. The other one's for my direct family. Not that you guys ain't my family, but I have ones that are just for my family because I'm sure they get tired of seeing all my spiritual posts, so they're not ready for this elevation yet. Anyways, my last client is going to Veronica Lopez. Thank you guys so much. Every day that I do go live, understand I do take 5 free readings every single live. You never know. Share out the video. You might just be one of them. All right. So, and every day that I do go live, it's 5, 13, 20, or 33. So I got a little bit of something for everybody. And I do have one-on-one sessions that are booking for November. So you guys can always find me there as well. You're leaving. I missed you. Yeah, I've been on here for like 3.5 hours. I'm done. But go back and not just watch this video, but watch all the prior videos, because we've been talking about elevation of the soul, spitting so much. I'm literally saying so much stuff on so many different levels. We talked about how to break curses and spells in the past videos. Like we've talked about so much. So some have been here the whole time. If you haven't, please go back and check the videos. Like talk about so much stuff, like literally. All right. Veronica Lopez. For Veronica Lopez, show me what I need to see. We bring forth from the head. For Veronica Lopez, show me what I need to see. For me, my pendulum goes back and forth as a yes. It sways in a circle for a no. For Veronica Lopez, show me what I need to see. All right, so first and foremost, as soon as I bring in your spiritual team, Miss Veronica, I will say that your mother like literally came running up to me saying that she's here. So thank you so much. Like literally my ears like on fire. So thank you so much. Just back up just a little bit from me. I feel you. All right, many blessings. Thank you. All right, just go ahead and have a seat. So my name is EvaMarie. I'm a Native American shaman. And today I have your daughter with us, and she's going through it. It's been 5 years since your passing. And the reason why I say you're going through this is because literally they show me you either thinking about her or really just, shedding a few tears for her today on her anniversary. So because of that, understand that because that's what they show me, they're saying like, this is needed, this is recommended for you. I will say that there's a lot of emotional pain and heartache here because literally my heart is hurting, like right under my breast, it's hurting. So I really feel like my heart is hurting, like my heart is broken. She says, yes. She says, her heart's broken because she says, no, my heart's broken. She said, because I don't want her to be going through this. Like, so nobody wants their loved ones to be mourning over them. So she's like, I don't want them to be going through this. Right? I don't want them to be going through this. Hold on. Let me block this person. But she just doesn't say she says they. She says they don't need to be going through this. I'm not. I want them to be happy. I want them to live their life, and I want them to celebrate me. Even if they're celebrating me like with a little cookout, you know, a few, because she's making me feel like a few cervezas, little, you know, a little cookout. Like, this is like, celebrate my life. Celebrate my life. She keeps on saying it. But she says, I don't want you to remember me like this, like the way, like, I don't know if it's like the way that she passed or seeing her in her casket. Like, she's like, she says, I have to agree with everyone else that's come before me by saying, I don't want anybody to have to see people in their casket as their last memories, remember my life and remember how happy I was in my life. And, you know, because she showed me happier days in her life. She says, that's where people need to be their best. Yep. She says, yes, that's her. All right. Literally. Not just that, but she talks about, do you have kids? Because she talks about kids, like wanting the grandkids to remember me. Like, don't let them forget about me. Don't let the grandkids forget about me. None of your nieces or nephews, none of my children. Like, I don't, like she's saying, I don't want anybody to forget about me, but help them to celebrate my life, to let them know that I'm not gone. Because she keeps on talking about celebrating my life. She keeps on saying celebrating my life. Like, that's, she keeps on saying it. And she says, I don't want you to feel lost. She says, I don't want you to feel lost. I'm not sure if you feel like you're going through this alone, or like as if you're celebrating it, like you want to celebrate it more than everybody else, like, or needing to get people together to do it. But this is what she's making me feel. She says, yes, I do. There's a lot of kids. Yes. So she's like, don't let them forget. Like, she keeps on saying, remember me. And then she says to let her know that I'm not alone. She's making me feel like there's, like, as if there's like my mother or a grandmother or like a mother type of figure that's here with her. Because she makes me feel as if like she's not alone. She makes me feel like parents, or she makes me feel like some type of connection to people that are here. You have a lot of people that have passed on. At least she does. Let me just say that, at least she does. Because I feel as if I'm almost interrupting a reunion in a sense, as if we're up here having a party and I had to take her out of our party. Like, this is what I like. This is what I feel. Like a homecoming kind of a party. Like, that's kind of what I feel. She says, but I want my daughter to know that I love her with all my heart. And there, I thank her for all that she has done. Not just now, but all the time. All the time. And so she's bringing me back even to when she passed. Yes, I do. My sister and her mom. Okay. Then that makes sense. Because she's not alone by far. So, and but she makes me feel, she says, and she said, I asked, is it, so is your daughter, are you visiting with your daughter? Is she there? She says, you best believe it. She says she says she has not left my side since I got here. As if this is like some sort of a connection or a reunion. Like I said, I feel like I was interrupting something. But she takes me back to when she first passed away. Like she's taking me back to that first year, or like when she passed away, and look at all that you've been through and look at where you are now. Because she says, at least I'm not suffering. Look at where we are now. You understand? I don't know why she was making me feel like suffer or going through something, but I'm better now. She says to let you know that she will always watch over you, sorry. And of course, all my family. She says my family has gained an angel. Like she literally says that she's like, I'm proclaiming, like she says, I'm proclaiming myself to be an angel, so my family has gained an angel. Like that's her kind of attitude. I'm proclaiming myself as an angel, so my family has gained an angel. I'm proclaiming that I'm an angel, so this is what it is. Like that's how she makes me feel. Okay, do you have any last words for your daughter? She says just to tell you that she loves you. Tell you that she loves you. I love them and I'll never forget them. She says, I'll be watching you, so behave. She says, you tell them, I'll be watching them, so behave. She says, you can say that to the grandkids. Grandma's watching you, so you better behave. She said, because I'm watching. She said, because I'm watching. All right, well, many blessings. Thank you so much for coming through. She says, thank you for allowing me to come through. She's a very beautiful woman. Like when she was, you got to remember, what happens is, Veronica, is that when someone passes, like I said before, it doesn't matter when they passed. They never want to live. They never want to leave. Okay. So many blessings. All right. All right. Well, I'm out of here. Thank you, Miss Veronica, for allowing me to read for you and for me bringing in your mother. Thank you so much for coming through. Thank you to you, your mother, your daughter. They said that they all just yelled at me that they love you. So understand that they all love you and miss you so much, Miss Veronica. So many blessings, sweetheart. All right. Thank you guys so much for coming through. Many blessings, light and love. Thank you guys so much for being here. All right. Thank you, Miss Veronica, for allowing me to bring in your family. It's been truly my pleasure. Thank you guys, everybody, for tuning in. If you guys have not watched my past videos, go back and watch my videos, because you understand that we are literally leveling up the mind, body, and soul the last few videos. And I've been talking about how to, just different things and how to do it. So go back and watch them. Get that love and light that you're looking for. Let me just do this real quick, because I know some of you guys are before I go, I did say I was going to show you guys. So I want you guys to do this. So this is what we call prana, energy, life, chi, life force, that kind of a thing. Sometimes, okay, so first and foremost, my feet are planted on the ground. My spine is as far up as it can be, as comfortable as can be. Literally, I'm pressing my palms, activating, because I'm putting my source, focusing my energy in the center of my palms. And as I do, as I activate, because I'm saying I activate my spiritual team, I activate my source, God source energy. And as I do, I literally just pay attention. And as I do, I'm activating my energy to its fullest potential. Call in that pranic energy, that pranic God source energy. And then what I want you to do is rub your hands together. And as you do, what you're going to do is that you're going to then, after you've activated them, you're going to just spread your hands. You guys going to feel like a buoyancy, like a little bit of a give, like a magnetism. And I mean, some people might be smaller, You know, I deal with a lot of energy all day long, so mine might be a little bit larger than everybody's. So I just keep on going till the buoyancy gets a little bit thinner than I like. You guys, your guys' ball could be a little bit smaller, but what happens is that you're going to feel like a magnetism. Okay, I'll just deal with it at this point. And as you do, okay, as you do, now what I want you to do, just feel the magnetism between your hands. Like it should feel like a little bubble. Should feel like a little bubble. Now just play with that, okay? Like I said, it's gonna feel like, feel the bounce. Feel the bounce, okay? And just relax your shoulders, relax your arms, sit up, relax your body, but be sit up, you know. Now what I want you to do is, as you do that, I want you to twirl your finger around. And as you twirl that finger around, what you should feel is like on your hand, you should start to feel the energy on your hand over here. You should start to feel it rotated the way that your finger's rotating. Stop and reverse it. And you should feel it reversing. Now, let's stop. Feel that energy once again. And now do the other side. And you should start to feel it on your other side as well. And then stop and reverse it. And you should start to feel that same process of reversal and everything in both hands. Now, with this ball of energy, okay, you can make it as you get, you know, more worked in your energy and stuff like that. You could take this ball of energy and put it in anybody, like any kind of pain that anybody might be having, directly on that pain center. For me, I've been using it for my backs, my husband's knee. You can put it all on your head. So you could put it like in the ball in your own head if you're healing yourself. Okay. This is part of not just pranic healing, this is also what we do in Reiki. And for me, I still need to have a lot of energy through this, so I'm just going to cleanse all my chakras, because I still have clients after this, and I still got some stuff to do with my family. So I'm going to use my energy for positive healing, light, love, give thanks and honor. Receive and fill up my energy, because I've been working with everybody all day. And we give thanks, and then we can also give back to Mother Earth. So see Mother Earth as a ball in front of you. As you see Mother Earth as a ball in front of you, and you're still working with your energy. Remember, if you have to re-rub, then you re-rub. But as you're doing that, now you're giving back to the earth. And you're seeing, as you're working like that little ball of earth, you're giving back to the earth on all parts. We send everybody on earth. Now we're sending everybody on earth light, love, happiness, joy, peace. Stop the wars that are going on. Stop the issues that are going on in every country. Focus on those that need help. We send everybody love, light, happiness, joy, wealth, abundance, freedom, peace on all levels of their mind, body, and soul. We give thanks. And then I'll go ahead and swirl that and close that off. And then after I do that, what I do then is that then after I close out to Mother Earth, I've given thanks to her, and I come back in here and I rub once again, and I'm giving back to my whole spiritual team, my guardian angels, guides, ancestors, matriarchs, ascended masters. So now I'm focusing the energy up to all my spiritual team, to the universe, guardian angels, guides, ancestors, matriarchs, and masters, archangels, Michael, Uriel, Gabriel, Raphael, all archangels that are holy, righteous, and pure, that work for us, known or unknown, seen or unseen. Mother Earth and the earthly elements, earth, wind, fire, water, and spirit. We give thanks to all my father, grandmother, Keith, Frank. Thank you guys for coming through. As always, thank you. And then I also give thanks to everybody that works with us, known or unknown, seen or unseen, on our path or ancestor path. We give thanks to our spirit animals. We give thanks to my phoenix. We give love, light, and happiness, and joy, prosperity, and everything that everybody needs. I give thanks to my phoenix. I give thanks to all spirit animals from the north, the south, the east, and the west. I give thanks to the watchtowers from the north, the south, the east, and the west. I give thanks to everything that is holy, righteous, and pure. And above all, I give thanks to God, source, creative energy, that which is holy, righteous, and pure, God, source, creative energy, creator of all creator, gods of all gods, that which is holy, righteous, and pure. I give thanks. And once again, I just refill my heart space and all my body. And now, after I do that, I give it right back to you guys. May you guys receive light, love, happiness, joy, peace, wealth, abundance, and greatness and prosperity, removing of any and all grief or depression situations. May you see peace through every situation, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, or spiritually. May you receive greatness, prosperity, abundance in your own ways. Anyone coming up against us, they will flee times 10 in every way possible. They will see that they don't want to mess with us because of who our spiritual team is. And either they get on our level, or they get beneath us, or they get away from us. They must flee times 10 and stay 100 feet away from us several times. So shall it be. Until we meet again, everybody, check me out tomorrow for our next live. Like I said, it'll be normally Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday that I go live. Check me out again anywhere from 12 to 3 o'clock. I will go ahead and post the time that day. Meanwhile, you guys have a blessed evening on every level. I do appreciate you guys, and I do thank you guys for coming through at every single turn. Thank you guys for being here. You guys can always check me out at www.shamanicphoenixguidance.com. You guys can always check me out tomorrow for our next live. You guys know that you guys can always text me at 937-791-9542 if you need me in emergency. I'm right here for you. I'm never going to let you go. Love y'all. Until we meet again, many blessings, light, and love. Aho. Thank you. You guys have a good evening. Many blessings.